It's Hawks time. We've thought about this for months. The moment's arrived. Oh, God, I don't want to lose to that team. And they're not playing good football, so that it compounds everything else. You cannot lose to the Hawks this week. We want them to be 1-3, just so we can say, hey, Hawks. How you? Wait. Hey, Hawks. How you doing down there? See, these are the fun things about having division rivals. But it is Hawks plucking time. Yes, it is. NFC West can arguably be labeled the toughest division in the NFL. The Niners versus Hawks. Rivalry will most likely confirm that fact in this Sunday's matchup. You know that, I know that, and pretty much the entire civilized world knows that is the case. Both teams have players that are questionable for action this weekend, though, and none more important than George Kittle. Fam, are you wearing your George Kittle cut-up, man? Come on. You know what? You create biorhythms that are in our favor. You got to cut your shirt up. You got to do like George. Man. So we'll be taking your phone calls and recording your predictions after a quick preview of the outcome of this week for contest. Niners. No. Niners versus Hawks. Oh, God. Oh, come on, Niners. Anyway, speaking of George, as you and I both know, this team offense gyrates, revolves, either succeeds or fails, mainly because of this one guy, Mrs. Kittle's baby boy, George. Kittle spoke with reporters after today's practice. DK's availability for Sunday against the Hawks seems a bit up in the air right now, and that's not what I wanted to hear. Kittle has been dealing with what has been described as calf soreness. He did not practice on Wednesday or Thursday and was limited earlier this afternoon. No, please, no. You know, it's not knee injury or anything like that. It's just calf soreness. So, still, it's George Kittle, and you never want to rule him out of anything. George's even joking about it, saying things like totally faking it. Yeah, I'm feeling good. See, George is such a clown, man. You know, that calf may be killing him, but he doesn't want Kyle Shanahan to know. George will play. This is a guy, you know, you see in those movies where you see guys, commandos or whatever, bam, 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 bam. One guy gets hurt, bam. Go on, I'll catch up. You know, I mean, this is George, man. So, man, I don't know. Today, Coach Shanahan told reporters that the issue didn't originate from the Green Bay Packers game. It started either week 1 or 2. He couldn't recall which game specifically. But GK was hit with the million-dollar question of how does he feel about his availability for this Sunday? Does GK feel things are trending in the right direction? There was a long pause. You saw it, right? There was a long pause before he responded to that question, which could be telling, and it's scary as hell. And after that momentary silence, GK finally said, quote, I mean, I'm going to do everything I can to be on the field on Sunday. Oh, man, I just like, George, oh, please, man. Oh, my God. So, you know, and then he goes on to say, and then if my body says I can go, I'll be out there. If my body says I can, he's never said things like that before. Never. George is always ready to play. Coach Shanahan says the situation may become clear over the weekend as he continued by saying, quote, I think we'll have a pretty good idea tomorrow. I think I said earlier in the week that I thought he would be all right. George, come on, man. You heal, George. Heal. Fam, Russell Wilson has never lost 3 games in a row. With a 2-game losing streak and a return to Santa Clara, actually had never lost 2 games in a row up until last Sunday, I think. But for sure, he's never lost 3 in a row. That streak, you know, could come to an end, though. Sunday, it's very possible. See, Russell Wilson just freaks me out. I ain't gonna lie about it. Man, Because the dude you know what though? He's not going to be bringing those officials from Seattle with him. That could work in our favor. With a 2-game losing streak and a return to Santa Clara, Wilson's going to be hunting for Bear. Russ told reporters on Thursday that the prospect of back-to-back losses has not entered his brain. Wilson said this about the situation, quote, not thinking about losing 3 in a row. I just focus on the winning part of it, the process, focus on getting better, focus on what I do and how I can lead, communicate and keep my energy and focus high, continue to work hard and get here early and leave late. Stay focused on the simple things. The simple things win, and I try to continue to do those things really well. You have to keep your mind right, and you have to keep your language right, and I always tell you guys that I have to remain neutral. He goes on to say it's supposed to be a challenge, and like I said, I know every year we'll have some challenges that we have to face, and it is what it is, unquote. Sounds threatening, doesn't it? It's intimidating. It lends to worry. How will Wilson deal with the challenge that has risen in the early stages of 2021 season? Mrs. Wilson's baby boy said this about that. You have to stay the course so many times, people will panic and will get worried and frustrated. The best thing to do is stay the course, be honest, and figure out how we can get better and then keep going for it. This league is challenging. Every game is challenging. We play arguably the best division in football. Every week is tough. George Minnie's not in the NFC West. What happened? Y'all had a double-digit lead, man. See, that's why it's embarrassing. You guys are the most feared team in the NFC West, right? Nobody wants to lose to you. You guys suck right now. I know you guys suck. Yeah, I know, but you know what? The thing is, you suck more. So we got to beat you. We look forward to the challenges. This is Wilson. We look forward to the challenges of it all. I think the language is everything, too. How we pick each other up, how we communicate with each other, and how we continue to stay focused on the task at hand. We have been playing some really good football, and there are some things that we can do better at. That's the truth. It's not anything more complicated than that, but now it's taking those things that we can get better at and week to week improve on those things. There's a lot of good stuff that when teams lose, you don't want to get distracted on that stuff in the sense of all of the good stuff that you are doing, unquote. Fam, as I mentioned, the Hawks have blown double-digit leads in 2 straight games. See, that's what makes it even more. Oh, Dante, you can't lose to these guys. Kyle, please come up with the right formula on this. Jimmy, Debo, you guys got to run, man. I don't know why I'm talking about the offense. I doubt the offense is going to have a whole lot of trouble scoring. Nobody else does on this defense, but the defense has got to be able to slow Russie down. Last year, the Hawks started 5-0. This year, the Hawks are looking at a 1-3 start if they can't beat the 49ers in their own damned house. In the NFC West this year, that could be a difficult hole to climb out of, fam, and you know this. Our guys are fired up as well. This past Wednesday, Fred Warner told reporters, quote, this one stung a little extra. Anytime you lose on a walk-off field goal, it stings. Unquote. Trent Williams was stinging from that loss as well and admitted that this defeat took a little longer to get over. You know, normally how the 49ers had credo is 24 hours, mourn, get over it, let's go. 49ers dropped to 2-1 with that loss to the Pack. It's not the worst position which to be in right now, though, but dropping to 2-2 and losing your second consecutive game might make analysts wonder if things are spiraling out of control in Santa Clara, especially for the playoffs. Williams said this about the upcoming Hawks game. We know we've got a job cut out for us. Aaron Rodgers is great, but Russell Wilson is great as well. If you give him a chance to string together a game-winning drive, he does that pretty good too. We've got to just learn from our mistakes. We've got to come out and try to possess the ball and be better on third down so we can continue to run the rock. And that's our brand of football. When we play that brand of football, we can win a lot of games. The 49ers haven't had a running back rush for over, unquote, by the way. The Niners haven't had a guy with 42 yards in the last 2 games. We're not running. We're out there playing like we used to run. Elijah Mitchell, who rushed for 104 yards and a touchdown on 19 carries in week 1, could return to the field this week. Please, God, please, because Trey is not. He could. Maybe Trey bust out this week, but he's got to stop running into the back of bodies and doing the Carlos Hyde. Trey. Vision, Trey. You're a running back. You were good. Be good. Find the gaps. But Elijah exited week 2's win over the Eagles with a shoulder injury. A successful rushing attack is vital, fam. You know this. Part of the 49ers offense, and the team needs to find a way to get back on track in that area. Williams went on to amplify on that by saying it's football, quote, it's football and we've got to be realistic. When the 49ers hop off the bus, everybody and their mama knows we want to run the ball. So really in the first quarter, second quarter, those plays that you guys see and we make work every Sunday, that opposing team has been working on those plays for 4 or 5 days straight. See, so they're ready for the 49ers to run. And if you don't have a really good running, see, this is why we didn't I did. This is why when Heem went down, I thought I was going to pass out. Heem is a deciding edge. The dude is a game changer, okay? When you got Heem, you got exactly the right guy for Kyle Shanahan's offense. So in the first quarter, you're going to get everything that they have and everything. This Williams continues to talk. So in the first quarter, as he continues, you're going to get everything they have and everything they've talked about all week to stop a certain amount of plays. Running the ball, it's a game of attrition, and it's the thing you've got to continue to run, continue to pound that rock, and eventually it will break. And that's always been the case. We've seen that happen on how many times? I just think versus Philly, their front seven is a nightmare to run the ball on, and it's been like that for a long time. And finally, we start to hit our runs, and you start to realize what adjustments they're making to this play. It takes a few times to run that play to see that. Fam, see, this is why Papa Dragon put it perfectly right the other day when he said the 49ers come in with a handful of rehearsed plays. This is Kyle's feeling out process. This is what he's going to look at and judge to what is the next call or what his next move is going to make. If they stifle even the feeling out process, oh my God. Now what? Now Kyle's got to come back and start almost from the beginning of the drawing board to draw up a whole new series of things of what he wants to do. Meanwhile, Jimmy G, who's out in the field suffering, is he's got to come up with something or we're just going to die. Kyle, then when you don't know what you're going to do next, take that collar off of him. All of them. Just trust them until you get it figured out. You know, Trent goes on to say, so I think it's a blend, and we've gotten new running backs. I never would want to make an excuse, but it's natural. You can't expect to get off the bus and just rush for 100 yards every quarter like people have done in the past here. It switches up, and those guys, they get paid too, unquote. And that's the gospel truth. And Williams knows the 49ers are constantly working to correct shortcomings, but you can't wait till half, Trent. It doesn't matter if that's an issue with an individual player or unit as a whole. Finally, Williams adds, quote, it's all a pot of gumbo. Oh, man, don't talk about no gumbo. Maybe some jambalaya, too, all that. Anyway, he goes to say, man, I can't really just pick one particular reason for the issues, but that's why you've got to continue to stay encouraged and continue to have faith in what head coach Kyle Shanahan is doing, and it all ends up working out. Fam, here's the thing for tonight. Russell Wilson is ruminating on a place he has never been. So he's, no matter what he says, how cool he's talking, he is fuming. He has never lost 3 games in a row, and will be able to stay calm most likely during the course of the game and do what he does. The interesting contrast between the two clubs is that the Hawks have been struggling in the second half, which has led to their current record. The 49ers, on the other hand, have struggled in the first half of the games with both Philly and Green Bay. Can they adjust that problem this Sunday? This is the matter that may be the determining factor for this particular game. Niners, we understand that you guys can play the second half because you go in and you talk about it and you figure it out. If you get behind this team in the first half, I don't even want to talk further about that. But that's it, fam. If you need your scores tonight, fam, I got 49ers 27, Hawks 17. As I said, it's going to depend on whether the 49ers can run, though. Trent Williams is right on target with that assessment. The 49ers have got to hit the ground hard. And then, of course, all of what Kyle does grows like a big bush out of that. So, Tobin Earth, and we lose in slow motion car wreck. I agreed. Tobin says, get Breda. Man. There's just no more running backs to be had. Get Breda? Dope. Okay. Tobin Ernest says, get Breda. All right. Get that straightened down. Daddy, all right. Go Niners. It's my birthday. Can I get a birthday shout out? Of course you can. It's good that you can't ask for it after the game is the thing. After I say, what's Ronbo? Let's go Niners. William Roberts, we need another big receiver in next year's draft. That receiver, Dante Demas Jr. Dude has that Julio Jones and Terrell Owens in him. If he's got speed, and because that's what we were hoping we had in Jalen Hurd. Kirk the Comedian said, what's up, Robert? Hey, shout out from Eastern Ohio. Fire. Fire. Ohio players. He says, I hope they do better this game, and the offensive follows right behind them. Matty S. out in Bend, Oregon. What's up, Matt? Man. And Karen Escovedo says, 26-21 Niners, beat these chickens. Kyle Baker, we will smash the Hawks 35-21. All right, Kyle. Rocket Shorts. You can't read that without laughing. Rocket Shorts Mango. Niners 27. You got that from me. 27-17. Juan Perry, Niners 21-20. Ooh, I don't want to go through that again. 2 weeks in a row. No. William Roberts, Niners 27-23 to the Hawks. Drake Jr. 27-20. Niners. DJ Malone says, hey, I'm going to keep it real. If Jimmy plays like he did against Green Bay, I'm not optimistic about us winning on Sunday. It'll be close. It'll be a close game. San Francisco 27, Seattle 25. Courtesy of last-second field goal. You're echoing. Okay, but you know what? Jimmy's got to get time to throw, and receivers got to hold on to that rock. People say, but Jimmy never throws outside the numbers, he throws deep. He threw one outside the numbers and deep to Debo. Debo dropped it. Hey, Steven. Okay. Let me do the birthday song. Okay, I'm kidding. Hey, Danny, are you ready? Happy before the night of the day game up. Happy before the total destruction of the Seahawks. What is a Seahawk? Of the Hawks. Happy Niners birthday. Big D. You gotta have a birthday win for you too. So, hey guys, be sure to say happy birthday to Danny. All right. Hey,
happy birthday, Danny.
Oh God, scores coming up. I like it. Okay. Hey, Steven, come on in, man, and give us your assessment of what you've been going over as far as this game and the stories that are unfolding around this drama. What do you think is going to happen here?
So you know how we went into Philly and everyone was saying there was going to be a scrappy game? This is exactly what is going to happen again, but this is going to be the pure definition of a scrap game. We're going in bare bones against a team that has a shitty defense and a shitty offense. The only real threat is Tyler Lockett, and I think Tyler Lockett is injured, if I'm not mistaken.
Forgot to mention
that. And then you have DK Metcalf.
He's got something going on with his foot. They could be lying.
But
they'll still play.
I mean, we might have Elijah Mitchell back. He's questionable. The one thing that really hurts us the most is Kittle. But at the same time, Kittle hasn't really been out there for us. I mean, he's great on the block. Don't get me wrong. When we give him the ball, he can gain yards.
Yep.
But we have Charlie Warner as a superior pass blocker. So that's a good thing. We're going to utilize, Dwelly and then Warner to the max. I think Dwelly is going to have a breakout game, though, all in all.
Be a good time.
Now, the real question is, Ronbo, are we going to see some Lance? Are we going to see more plays from Lance? Because it is what it is. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump back to what I said yesterday, to where, they're going to put Lance against our literal divisional rival teams. We might see him in a couple of plays here and there, because what better way to build that, quarterback than to actually have him play some, plays here and there. I see this game as kind of a toss-up. I mean, I want us to win, but I also see us losing at the same time. And it's not going to be by a lot. It's never going to be a blowout. It's going to be maybe by, last week's game, 1 point, a field goal,
All I know is I want to see Jimmy. I want to see Jimmy get into a rhythm. He is a rhythm. If he gets hot, and he does that when he gets into a rhythm. If he gets hot, leave Lance right where he is until that moment he cools off. But we got to get Jimmy into a rhythm. Debo's got to get into a rhythm. Ayuk's got to get into a rhythm. These guys got to stop fooling around. Run your routes crisp and sharp. Let's go.
We got to get Sherfield out there. Sherfield has to get out there. We have Ambry Thomas, I think, on recovery, so on punt returns and everything, but we don't have him actually playing on defense on a secondary. So we don't need Brandon Ayuk out there catching punts. We don't need our wide receivers going out there.
Because you got Cannon for the you got Cannon for the special teams, and he's better than Ayuk actually.
Exactly. So it's like we have a decent enough wide receiver core to actually do damage and get points. Now, as for the execution of all that, I mean, Debo is good on his execution and timing. Ayuk, I don't know if his hamstring bothering him or what, but he's got to keep it up, man. He's got to pick up the speed, pick up the timing. Trent Sherfield, I don't know where he's at. He just was completely gone last game. He was there against Philly. He was there against Detroit. Did really well against both teams. Right now would be a perfect time to utilize Trent Sherfield, because not only is he good at route running, he's also really fast for his age. And I've said it before and I'll say it again, he's like a faster Emmanuel Sanders. Straight up. He has the same catching ability as Emmanuel Sanders, the same route ability as Emmanuel Sanders, but he's faster.
Yeah.
So, but overall, though, defensive-wise, I'm not as worried. I mean, because Seattle never had a good offensive line to begin with. I mean, they still don't.
They still. They got what's his name, Brown. He's good to run behind, and this is a problem, Steve. If you can't stop that running back, the one who goes by Carson. Oh my God, that dude bothers me every time we played him. I said, no matter what, that dude is good.
Well, thank you for bringing that up, because that raises another issue, because a lot of the times the teams we played, they use their running back. They're using our own strategy against us, and it's killing us, Ronbo. Yes. They did it in Detroit. They did it in Philly. They definitely did it in Green Bay. So now that kind of makes me a little worried, because that middle ground is where we're most weak at, and that's where the running backs love to cut through.
And we play against it every day in practice. Every day in practice, you guys, what are you being fooled by? Close that gap.
And you know what?
Oh.
You know what? We need to get Fred Warner some stickum on his gloves, because I've seen him tackle these past few games, and he hasn't been sticking those tackles. So we got to do something. They got to pick it up, because we're in the third game of the season, right before the bye week. If things don't change, it's going to be rough for us, and I don't want to see that, because we have all the potential to become kings, but we're screwing ourselves over. And with all this firepower, it's going to be tough.
Yeah,
Kyle is his own worst enemy.
We got to get your score. We're gonna go. I'm gonna see you on the game time.
I'm gonna go 21-19.
Another cliffhanging drama. If we could just beat them like the Vikings did. The Vikings just manhandle them. But we don't have Justin Jefferson or a Thielen, And for that part, we probably don't have a Kirk Cousins. But we're going to have to find a way to get the ball in the receiver's hands, because you can beat that secondary. Okay. We'll get it.
Trent Sherfield and Debo Samuel. Those are our answers.
There you
That's
go.
our answers to the blowout.
Oh, God. George, we got to be
Ronbo.
available. All right, Stephen. See you game time.
See you again, Ronbo.
All right.
Have a good night.
Right. Sharon. Sharon, go deep. I don't want you to look back. You count 10, look up, and the ball's going to be right there. Sit up. Boom. Bam. There goes Sharon downfield. Ronbo drops back into a 37-step drop. We don't know what he's doing. Here he goes. He launches it. That's a tight spiral. Sharon's running. The hair is laid back. The helmet flew off her head. She looks up as Ronbo's instruction, and there's the ball. Oh! Is it over the shoulder? Touchdown. No, I got to stop fantasizing, Sharon. I'm sorry. Sharon, give me some what do you think is going to happen in this game?
Well, I heard the same thing the caller said. Tyler Lockett is hurt, so I don't know if he'll be playing.
I know we shouldn't appreciate that, but I do. His hip hurts.
We all do.
We're shameless. DK Metcalf, there's something wrong with his foot. Our secondary is going to have enough troubles as it is. We don't need Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. Not now. Oh. Phew.
We just got to play hard and don't let up on the run game. Just keep running.
Well, yeah. Is it Trey Sermon?
Kyle's got a
Trey and who else do we have? This is very frightening.
Trey Sherman. Sherfield,
See, you got to think about that for a minute, don't you? See?
Yes, we do. Dwelly.
I don't know what to. If Elijah can't play, oh my
They
Lord.
might use Juice Check again like they did and made him a touchdown.
Oh, I don't mind that on occasion, but that's not what he does. See, he's okay.
Yeah.
I
No,
want him
it's not.
receiving more than I do that, you know?
Yeah. So I don't know. It's gonna be a wild game like last week.
Well, you know, we complain about our defense, but they still only allowed, what was the score? 24-21. What was the score, final score? 23-21 or something like that?
It was 30-28.
28? Yeah. So you figure, no, we gave up 30 points. That's a lot. Sharon, our secondary has got to not make it easy for him to throw downfield. If Wilson sees guys open, he's going to just not hesitate. That nullifies our defensive front.
Yeah.
Okay,
Our defense needs to just keep pressuring Russell Wilson to make him make mistakes, and we will win the game if they would do that. But, you know, Kyle and these call plays, he needs to make sure what he wants to call and not, like, call the wrong plays. But last week, I don't know what kind of call plays he was calling, like,
Well,
Kyle, no.
No conservative play this week, Kyle. Just do things differently.
No.
They know it's coming. Don't do it.
Exactly.
Especially we don't have Raheem most of
And
it.
hopefully, something I was going to say was, hopefully, Kyle will put Trey Lance in. There's a lot of people that I was reading, like Steve Young and all of them said that Kyle should start, Trey Lance. If he starts Trey Lance, we would win. Because if you noticed last week's game, how when he came in, you see how our offense got together and they lit up with Trey Lance. But it's with Jimmy, it's like, I didn't see like the connections there. But when Trey came in, it was a whole different thing.
Everybody says that. Trey was only in for how many plays? I don't know. It's not just I don't know. I think that's being overrated. I do, because they were on the goal line for one, and you got to get fired up for that. The other play,
Yeah.
I don't know, because Jimmy brings the ball all the way down the field. I think Kyle puts him in because he wants him to get that experience and that exposure. I don't know that it was like I'm pretty sure they still could have scored that TD, is what I'm saying. So, I
Yeah.
want to see Trey play. But, make sure if Jimmy gets into a rhythm, let's just wait until he calms down or slows down. So, but I need him to get into a rhythm and start throwing strikes like he can do if he's gone uninterrupted.
Right.
So, I don't know. Kyle's probably going to figure this one out. He's got to do something different, though, because we don't
Yeah,
have
he does.
a run game.
God is shaping up because he knows what we're up against this weekend. So hopefully he's got something in mind.
So, we're going to see what
We'll see.
happens. We're going to see. And Trey's probably going to get his snaps. Kyle's not going to put him in a position, though, where he can fail. If it looks like the Hawks have just got bearing down, you can't put him in that situation. You got to put him in a situation where he's got to win. Right now, first few weeks, he's got to win. Every time he gets a snap, he's got to win on that snap for confidence sake. Sharon, you give me your score. You and your mom score it. We're going to see you Sunday.
Mom said 24-17.
All right.
And I'm
yours?
going 21-17.
Oh, God. We got to get this done. We got to get it done. But, hey, the 49ers they're going to be bent on bear killing, so we'll see. All right. Sharon, have a great evening. I'll see you Sunday.
You too, Ronbo. Bye-bye.
Thanks. And there goes D. Ow! D, get on in here.
What's going on, Ronbo?
D, man. We could play anybody but the Hawks. I mean, with Green Bay, I just thought we had it made because, of old times' sake, how we used to treat Aaron Rodgers. And then I found out Aaron Rodgers was getting rid of that ball faster than he ever has in the history of his career. So now you got Russell Wilson, who looks like dead meat. They look awful in the second half of each game they played. They've lost, right? So now you figure Russell Wilson will be looking like gangbusters in the second half. He'll be fine in the first half. It's good. Everything goes against the grain when he plays. I mean, give me some assessments on this, fam.
The crazy thing is it's exactly true. Like, these next two games are must-haves strictly based on the fact that we lost this Green Bay game.
Yes.
Like, we could have possibly faltered one of these games, but whenever we play the Seahawks, they play us super hard. Whenever we play the Cardinals, they play us hard. So, it's frustrating because, Russell, he creates magic out of no damn where, and it's annoying, but it happens. And, I mean, honestly, when I'm looking at this game, it's the usual suspects. We got to stop Disley. We have to stop Lockett. We have to stop Metcalf.
Not Lockett. Maybe not Lockett.
Yeah. Well, yeah. See, even though there's a maybe, I don't even like maybe. If Pete Carroll would have came and said Lockett is out, that would make it easier because we could just double up on Metcalf and tell the other guys, look, you're gonna have to deal with whoever they throw in the game.
And you don't have K'Wan Williams to compound that matter. And you know how K'Wan loves to play Lockett.
True.
Oh.
Yeah, and the thing is if we had an okay that Josh Norman was playing, this wouldn't be as bad because the few times he played, he did great. And it wasn't until Josh Norman left that Devontae Adams started having the game that he had. Because in that game, the worst thing was Adams was targeted 18 times.
Is that
the other receivers for Green Bay, the other receivers for Green Bay combined, Ronbo, were targeted 13.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 13 targets for Randall Cobb, Valdez-Scantling, Alan Lazard, and anybody else that he possibly threw the ball to.
Mm-hmm.
He said in the postgame, what did he say? They said, well, what was your game plan? He said, throw it to Tay. So you know where he's going, but you don't game plan to double up on this dude. The game plan for Green Bay was simple. Slow Devontae Adams down because you're not going to fully stop him.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let Alan Lazard or Valdez-Scantling beat you over the top. Stop Aaron Jones. It's a very simple game plan, not hard. But when you have a rookie DC, sometimes things happen. I'm not saying anything's wrong with D'Amico. I like him. I want to give him time, just like we gave Robert Saleh almost 3 years.
Yeah.
So don't kick D'Amico out the door right away because y'all have some type of, everybody feeling some type of way because the defense ain't playing the way it was supposed to. Honestly, if we could do anything over, we should have kept DeForest Buckner and kicked Eric Armstead out the door.
I know Eric is. You know, D'Amico, he'll be fine. I've seen players out there making boneheaded mistakes too. Because if you look at some of these slowed down tapes, I didn't even know Alex Mack was looking as bad as he is right now.
Yeah, he's not
That's
looking great.
and
Yeah,
Brunskill.
and then Nick said himself, he was like, look, I need to keep going after I get chipped and not stand there like, damn, that just
Feeling
happened.
sorry for myself.
And he does. When he gets chipped, he will. He'll do that. But to me, you know, the game plan for us, the only way I see us winning this game is if Elijah Mitchell can go. Because we can run the ball.
Oh.
If he can't go, Shanahan obviously doesn't trust Trey Sermon. He doesn't want to run Kerryon Johnson. He doesn't want to run Cannon. So it's like, look, bro, you got to do something because there was no reason. Yeah, there's no reason that Juice should have been our starting running back at all. There's no reason for that. That doesn't make no damn sense. Fullback dive on the first play. What in the heck are we doing over here? And then Jimmy has to start faster. He can't keep getting these second half starts. And I don't give Jimmy a pass on anything. He's played like hot garbage this year. There's nothing that he's done that's been fantastic. That touchdown pass to Juice, that was really Juice. He got on the ball and Juice fought his way in. And Jimmy is this type of quarterback. If you cut out the middle of the field and the flats, he does nothing. Because he doesn't throw deep, he doesn't throw outside of the numbers. We all know this.
But
so teams can do that, and it makes life easier.
Why won't Kyle change the plan? This is my question, because everybody echoes this all the time. He can't do this, he can't do that, he can't do this. Well, then why don't we try doing that? He did show a shot to Debo.
He doesn't change the plan because he doesn't. Okay, well, he doesn't change the plan, Ronbo, because he can't. What you gonna do with Jimmy? You gonna tell him throw outside the numbers? He can't do that. You gonna tell him throw downfield? He can't do that.
He did last week to Debo.
When?
This is. I'll forget the play. Was that last week? Debo was outside the numbers. The ball was down relatively deep on the field. He mishandled the ball. Here's the thing. What we're all pointing at, what the big elephant in his room is, do we have the receivers to catch and run these things that we're all complaining about? Because quite frankly, when he got Debo, he knew what Debo was capable of, and he already had designed his offense for him. And the same with Ayuk, but Ayuk, that's why I think there was problems. Ayuk wasn't making the things that Kyle Shanahan expected out of him work. And Jimmy's only going to throw the ball where they tell him to. He doesn't have a problem throwing the ball.
Kyle's not going to give up on his boys because first it was, Ayuk, you know, he basically got beat out because Sherfield's better, and then randomly Ayuk is back in the fold, and you don't even see Trent Sherfield on the field. Yeah. So we all know how wishy-washy Kyle Shanahan is with the guys that he picks because he wants to look good and he has to be right. But at the end of the day, I'm not giving Jimmy no pass. This ain't on the receivers. The issue is there are so many times where he misses a wide open receiver on simple throws. You know, like when we played, who was it? The Eagles. I don't know. He missed at least four to six throws.
He threw one. He sailed over Sanu's head.
Off the top of my head. Simple throws, like easy stuff, man. Little layups, like stuff that nobody. You could play this in your backyard and you can't miss these throws. And he was screwing that up. And then the other issue is he's too scared of putting in Trey Lance. So you wasted all that draft capital. You see your starting QB is struggling with certain things. You need to really run your 2 QB system.
You know, we need to get into this. We need to get this, but you know, because I want to know what people think. When you run Trey into the game, being mentally as he is right now, what would you have him to do? We haven't got time on that right now, but give me a score.
Oh
on this game.
Yeah. But honestly, man, 24-21. I don't see us winning. You take another L, man. Yeah, I know Jimmy's never lost. Jimmy's never lost 2 in a row, and
Russ has never lost 3 in a row. So
Something's got to give here, and I know we're at home, and I'd like to give us the edge, but it's the Hawks. They always do this crap. So,
but they're not at home, and we may have a slight edge because it's always the refs that determine the games. They're not the Clink anymore. They changed their name.
But we get shafted. We get shafted at home all the time with our refs, Ronbo. Look at Jerome Boger. He hates us.
I know.
Hate that dude. Hate him with a passion. All right, brother.
Niner Gang Podcast. That's D.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Content rolling always. Keep hit that like and subscribe button for Ronbo. Y'all know what to do. Have a good night, brother.
All right, fam. You too. Oh,
All right.
man.
Bye.
Whew, man, this game has got to be done differently, though. He's right. Just got it, Kyle. You cannot do exactly the same thing. They're waiting for that. Do something different, like you did in New Orleans. Come on. Honolulu city lights. We move to the blue waters of Hawaii. Tony.
Aloha, Ronbo. Happy Aloha Friday to you. Love that Keola and Beamer Honolulu City Lights song you're singing
I know,
there.
it's a great song.
It's a beautiful, beautiful song.
Those guys are great singers. But Tony,
Always makes me cry. But yeah, I like the 49ers this year. Been making me cry.
But not for the reasons that the Honolulu City Lights is a wonderful thing. The 49ers is like, oh, now what did you do? But Tony, your feelings on what should take place, what cannot take place. What is your projection into the fourth quarter? What's going to be that score?
Okay. What cannot take place in order for the 49ers to win? The Niners have to figure out a way to play good offense and stop the Seattle Seahawks from generating pressure. Now, I know that the Seattle Seahawks are, on paper, a really bad defense this year. They are ranked towards the bottom of the league in terms of overall defensive rankings. But I've been looking over just the stats from the first three games. In all those games, they've been able to generate enough pressure, and actually get to the quarterback. So first things first, 49ers offensive line on passing downs is going to have to stand up to what should be a makeshift pass rush from Seattle. But they're still able to get in there and get some sacks. Now, the other thing that just concerns me is the Seahawks faced Carson Wentz in week 1. They faced Tannehill in week 2, who beat them in overtime, and then faced Kirk Cousins in week 3. None of those quarterbacks have thrown an interception. So just like those other quarterbacks who played the Seahawks this year, the 49ers quarterbacks cannot afford to throw any interceptions whatsoever. And the thing that has me most worried is just the state of the running game right now, seeing the way that both Philly and last week the way that the Green Bay Packers were able to defeat the Kyle Shanahan's outside zone and do it in a non-glamorous way, in a football way, just clogging every single lane. And the fact of the matter is, looking back at most of our previous games with Seattle since Kyle Shanahan has taken over, the Seahawks were the team that first stymied that running attack, So it all has me concerned. And we can also keep going on and on. About the deficiencies at our cornerback position going up against DK Metcalf. It is also, I will say this, if Tyler Lockett doesn't end up playing, that's going to be a really big deal for us because that's going to give us one less weapon. And honestly, Lockett has better chemistry with Russell Wilson than DK Metcalf does. And I mean, I don't know. I want to see a really good game, Ronbo, and I don't want to root for anyone to be hurt, but it would be great for the 49ers if we didn't have to defend Tyler Lockett. Now, what are you hearing about George Kittle, Ronbo?
He has a sore calf. Apparently somebody stepped on it. In week 1, that calf got. Somebody stepped on it in Philly last week. I don't know if it was re-aggravated, but it seems that calf is something that's lingering. That's as much as I know.
I need to go back and watch the Philadelphia Eagles game because perhaps one of the reasons why we're having issues running the ball is because Kittle is such a prolific run blocker. Maybe he's not able to drive with the same amount of intensity. I know he had some great blocks week 1, but
too.
Well, there you go. So the outside zone is predicated upon running off tackle, and a lot of times towards wherever Kittle and Juice are. And if Kittle is missing something out there in the blocking game, that might sort of explain what's going on. But I'm not feeling optimistic because Russell Wilson's never lost 3 games in a row. and I know Jimmy G's never lost, back-to-back games? Did someone? So something's got to give. So.
And you know what? You point out another great point again. With that zone stretch we run, it's one cut. You make up your mind. You cut off of George's tail. You cut off of Juice's tail, and you head for the hills.
Yep.
If neither one of them is able to drive, and then if you look at the slow down film, Alex Mack is giving up a lot in the middle. The reason why that guy was getting through, he was running free. Mack would be shaking immediately, and then Brunskill's struggling next to him. That may be having a problem with our run game as well. I really hope they can work on that and see if they can do something about that.
Yeah, the opposing defensive lines are just going straight man to man, not allowing us to double team those blocks. And so, when we stretch the line thin, it can have negative impacts on our running game. And Seattle has done that to us in the past. So, I'm calling in on a score prediction day. I missed last week's, and I've gotten my scores really, really wrong. So, in the in the name of optimism, I am going to pick the Seattle Seahawks to win, 35
were you wrong
to
last
28.
Week?
I would have been wrong if I had called in last week because I thought there was no way in heck that the Green Bay Packers offensive line was going to be able to beat the 49ers defensive line, but they did. So
your score this week is
Seattle Seahawks 35, San Francisco 49ers 28.
There you go. Tony has given his blessing, roundabout way, to help the 49ers. Because Tony wants to see the Niners win. Tony, I love it.
I do.
What a wonderful strategy.
Ronbo.
All right.
Aloha. Take care of yourself.
Aloha, fam. We'll see you game day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Tony's always so much fun. Oh, Emilio.
What's happening?
Emilio, man, we're sitting here, man, like, here we go again, right? We're like going back about 4 or 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Because that 2-1 we got, I'm not sure about that 2-1. It's not a dominant 2-1. So, hey, but the Hawks look like ass for the first time in years. They've not looked this bad in a long time. So, you're reading the stars. What is going to happen this time? And how do you see it going down?
Well, I have to say this. Both sides of the ball have to play 4 quarters. I don't want the offense playing the first half and then lose the second half and we lose the game. Or I don't want Jimmy and the offense start off slow in the first half and
get behind.
Want to go for the whole go-ahead touchdown in the end. So for us to win this game even closer, even have a chance, both sides of the ball has to play the play. Jimmy and the offense has to play the first half. And the second half, the defense has to, if where it comes down to it, they play. But it all depends on how Jimmy and the offense plays. Because, like I said, the defense kept us in the game literally two games in a row. With the Eagles and Green Bay as much as they could. But, they were tired, they gave up, and, Jimmy and the offense want to start moving the ball until the end of it, until 37 seconds left in the game. So that can't happen. That's just the main concern is just the main part. If we can play football for 4 quarters on both sides, we can win this game. But it's all on Jimmy and the offense to get the ball moving. The defense will do their job, even if they're giving up points or, Yamador and the secondary over there messing up. They can hold off long enough.
Then they can
it's
go.
all on Jimmy and the offense to move this.
Stay away from them 3 and outs.
We done seen it. We done seen it before.
Yeah.
We've seen it with them with 2 games. They can hold on long enough. It's just the offense has to get the ball rolling. Start as soon as we get a chance on. As soon as we get the ball, they gotta either score. I don't care if it's a field goal or a touchdown. But we need some points our first drive, not fumble the ball.
Clock management.
Or punt the ball.
Well, clock management. What you're saying is keep Russ sitting down on the bench. Clock management. That's how we've always beaten teams. Keep them sitting down. Yeah. Can't go out 3-0.
I'm not asking for a home run hit. I'm not asking for a home run hit every single time, but I'm just saying keep the ball, put points on the board. I don't care if it's a field goal, 50% there, but they just have to move that ball, hold on to it, and score. Not 3 and out and give the offense another chance. So that's what happened. That's how we lost the game.
But
we kept punting the ball. We kept going in, out, and
I mean, do you know Mitch Wisnowski was again, I believe, special teams player of the week? Why? Because he was too busy. He's way too busy. We don't want him getting that award every week.
It's fine. I don't mind it, but
No.
We
He
go
could get it for
there
something else.
because no. To me, well, it's fine. It's good. You can do special teamers of the week. There's no problem with that. But it's just the problem lies where he's doing it too much and he's kicking the ball too much. And he's only kicking the ball because the offense is not rolling. That's where the problem is. I don't mind if he gets special teamers of the week because then he can be a Pro Bowler. That's fine.
Well, now, you got a point there. I want to see him be a Pro Bowler. I just don't want him kicking every 10 minutes. And he's
No,
got
that's what I said.
he's gotten better with that, too.
That's what I'm doing it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing it. I don't mind him kicking the ball. But, it's to the point where you don't want him doing it too much because the offense is going 3 and out.
Yep.
That's the problem. I don't want to see that because that's how we've been starting our games. We're starting slow. Why? Get the ball running. I know, we don't have a running backs, but Shanahan has to figure something out where, come on, get the ball moving, get the field, get a couple first downs, get a couple of points, go back on defense, make this shot.
I want to see bunch formations with my receivers. I want to see Sherfield. I want to see Ayuk and Debo on one side of the field.
I want to see Ayuk and Debo do their thing.
Yeah,
it
come
looks
on, man.
like our running game is not really. We got to have our receivers and tight end do their job. If Kittle playing and good, but it's just mostly on Debo and Ayuk doing their thing. If we can't run, we got to be able to throw the ball.
You know what?
You know what
you're going to see? You're going to see Debo on them extended. You got to screen because you're going to put 6, 7 guys up because everybody. The book now is just stack the front line. Jimmy can't throw it. Throw it. Go ahead. Do it. Screen that butt to death. Every time they do that, Debo, just step over the line of scrimmage and look for the ball. We got to come in. Ayuk, same thing. George, we slide you in on that every time. And let them keep doing that all day, and we'll have 200 points before the half. Don't allow Kyle. You know how to attack a defense, Kyle. I even know that. Come on. Oh my God.
I don't care what they do or how they do it. They got to get the offense rolling. It's all on Jim and offense at this point. If they can't get the ball rolling at the beginning of the game, we're going to have a problem.
Yes.
We're going to fall too many games behind. Listen, our defense, this is the best time to get Seattle. They kind of down.
And the confidence is low.
But,
they don't believe in themselves.
Yeah, so this is the time to get Seattle. This is the time to get Seattle. Isn't it?
Kick that ass.
Now when they start getting healthy and trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah. See, that's all you got to do. Because Lockett's not going to be hurt all season long. And I don't know how bad DK Metcalf is hurt. But come on, man. They might all be lying.
Like I said, my thing is, both sides of the ball, for us to win this game, we have to play football 4 quarters. Not the offense crappy the first half, and then all of a sudden want to wake up in the second half, and then the defense is tired. You can't do that. You just cannot do that.
And D'Amico, you can pull some stunts on Russie. Get him. Send some speedy guys up on that butt. Now, D'Amico, what you got for a score?
Like I say, it's divisional games. They're always tough. But I say it's a close one. We win by a field goal. I say 24-21.
Oh, it's 2 weeks in a row with a cardiac condition. Oh.
Yeah. It's going to be a close one. It's divisional. It's got to be remembered. It's always divisional. It doesn't matter how good or how bad. It's always divisional. It's either going to be a close game or somebody's getting blown out. It's always happening.
All right.
I'm calling this one as a close game.
There you go. I'm going to see you game day and hope we're right, putting the 49ers out in front. Have a great night, fam.
Like I say, with me, I'm fine with that, but it's just, like I said, you have to play on both sides of the ball. All 4 quarters. All 4 quarters. It can't be, like I said, one side plays first and then the other plays.
There you go.
Jimmy offense has to play and defense on ball, all 4 quarters.
It's as simple as
that.
All right,
fam.
All right, B.
All right.
I will see you Sunday. All right, fam. See, we all know. We all know. Most of us can walk out there with the clipboard and call the plays. Salvador! Ow.
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
So, man, I'm sitting there, man. I'm sweating it, man, because, I could stand losing to Green Bay or some other team. Even the Cardinals, I don't mind losing them. I don't like the Rams. But, the Hawks is like, that's serious, man. That's the kind of thing you wake up in the middle of the night, walking through the house, looking for something to hit, you know. Sal, what do you think is going to transpire here? Sal, paint me a picture of what you suspect is going to take place, changes that may take place in the 49ers, what are the Hawks going to do to stop us, what can we do to make sure to nail down. Sal, take it away.
Well, we got to get back to playing our style of football, Ronbo. It's really,
Amen.
it was real frustrating getting down real early to Aaron Rodgers. I expected a real tight game, but that was kind of too tight than what I wanted. And obviously, we came off on the wrong side of the W. But like Ronbo, we left too much time for him. So immediately, you really got to look at the coaching staff, all of them on that. And, starting with Kyle down to his assistants. Like, we need some time management skills. We've never really had and I'm really kind of losing patience. With games like these, because these are wins that we really have. We already had the W, and we really need to start 3-0 because we can't be dropping easy games like this. And then I said it last call, we're not going to get any healthier. Every game we play on now, we're going to lose.
If it didn't get worse,
and it's going to get worse. So that was a real important game that we lost at home. But to rebound, we really got to run the ball. And it's really hard to run the ball, Ronbo, when you don't have your starting running back.
We don't even second and third string running back. Sal, I don't have Jeffrey Wilson Jr., JaMychal Hasty.
Right.
I got the one kid we had that was doing a good. Elijah Mitchell's got his shoulder. I feel so sorry for us. I feel like Nick. I'm sitting around feeling sorry for myself. Nick's got to stop that too, though. But go ahead.
Yeah, but we got to get back to running the ball somehow. And honestly, Ronbo, Trey Lance looks real good running the ball, so we need to get him more playing time, just to kind of get defense worried about him, and hopefully just jumpstart the offense. Trey Sermon, the way he was running the ball it reminded me a lot of Carlos Hyde.
I know, right?
And Tevin Coleman.
Find a bunch of bodies running the back up.
Yeah. But it was his first game, Ronbo, and I'm not gonna hate. But that's kind of what that reminded me of.
But Elijah Mitchell, okay, Sal, reason I'm worried about that, because Elijah Mitchell didn't start off like that. I worried that if he starts like that, he's going to continue like that. Okay, I'm hoping he does. I hope he does better. Keep my fingers crossed.
I think he might do a little bit good, maybe in between the tackles, on the inside zone. Just because he's kind of like a laggy, a twitchy kind of running back. He likes to bounce off of bodies and make people move or miss in areas. So that's why he was always looking for the cutback. He's not really a burst type of running back. But anyways, aside from the running backs, what else? The defense, they really, really just need to, focus on, getting deep, focus on that 2-minute drill, because we've always been getting killed on 2-minute drills. Going back to 2019, we've always struggled in 2-minute situations. That's the type of situations where I'm really at the edge of my seat, because I really think we're not prepared for those at all. We're not really prepared for those type of situations, and it's scary. We plan to go up ahead and play with the lead, but I don't really know if we plan for situations like that. The only guy that really seemed to plan for that was maybe Salah. But, honestly, Ronbo, Kyle's, I'm kind of sounding like a hater right now, and it really sucks. But, his time management has never really been good. And on the top of my head, going back to the Super Bowl, everybody wanted a timeout at the end of the first half. And that motherfucker ran the clock down. And, he got a good play to Jeffrey Wilson, but, really losing faith in him season by season, because we really don't fix our mistakes. But every season, every week, something new, could happen, and maybe he fixes some of these little mistakes that kind of they're bringing him down, because the fan base is going to turn on him, little by little. The media's already doing it. Stories are coming out about the Brady situation. Dude, I can't.
And I don't know why they're bringing them up this late about some book.
Well, it's because of the game this week, but Yeah.
And also, but you know
Everything's
what?
looking bad.
You're right though,
They'll
because
turn it around.
all season long, Kyle was giving him an attitude about who's going to start, right? And he had a right to, but don't do it. Don't give him attitude. Just answer the question and let it go. So the media is after Kyle now.
Yeah. But I'm gonna get off real quick, Ronbo, because
What score
I'm
you got?
just really.
Did you give a score yet,
My
Sal?
prediction is gonna be just like last year, a real tight game. Last week, a real tight game, and we really just need to figure out a way to play a real sound football, limit our turnovers, our penalties, and we could squeeze out a late win against Russell Wilson. But Jimmy needs to play better, Ronbo. You know me, I'm an avid Jimmy fan. And that guy, he's failing me, Ronbo. I can't what do you call it? I can't defend him when he makes performances like that. Like, I just expect more from my quarterback, especially from what I see him from 2000 from day one. It's not really improving that much in my eyes, but I'm just a fan. But I mean, I really just expect more from him. But I'm not hating on him. I love both my quarterbacks, but I just really want more. I just want more from my team.
And
I expected us to be 3.
Sal, it's not asking too much, and I hope Jimmy realizes. Jimmy, settle down, get it done. You can do that. Just stop with the face after you make the bad throw. Make the damn throw. All right, so we got to go though. I'm gonna tell you what.
I'm gonna try to get out, but it's the little things, Ronbo, like taking sacks, throwing the ball away, shit that Alex Smith did. Yeah, Jimmy never really did.
This is the thing, because people call Jimmy a game manager. That's why I was laughing. If Jimmy was a game manager, he wouldn't have any INTs. Hey, Sal, what was their score again? I'm sorry.
Oh, for sure. Something probably I'm gonna say 30-27.
Okay. You just not get 30-27. A lot of score.
Yeah, 30-27 for sure.
All right, man.
All right, Ronbo. You
see you Sunday. All right. Have a great night.
All right. Bye-bye.
Oh, God. Worry. How we're gonna get. Okay. Just. Okay. Creative Spaces. Thanks, Creative Spaces, for that contribution. Appreciate it, fam. Really do. And Rakib Juma. You can tell I enjoy saying that name, don't you? Ronbo, we got this, man. Let's stop the bull. S. Niners 35. Seattle Bees 10. Count it. Love the show, but thanks for the keep. But you know what's good? When I worry like this, when I get confident and cocky, we lose. I said we was going to beat Green Bay to death. I said, look out, Eagles can't stay with us. Damn near lost that game. And who came back on us? Don Bird's Lions almost came back on us. I'm scared to death about this game. I'm not playing. Watch this. Okay. All right. Hey, break. Break.
Hey, Ronbo, can you hear me?
Break, I can hear you, man. Go ahead.
All right, man. Hey, how's it going?
Break, it's terrible. This is high anxiety. It's fun playing the Eagles and the Lions, even Green Bay to a degree, because you felt like there was no way that they were going to stop our defensive rush. Well, they did, and not only did they do it, they put a defensive rush on our butts. You know what I'm saying? So Break, this week I'm actually scared. I'm through. I'm just, I got no running backs.
Too. I'll be honest with you, man. It's freaking me out because we're facing the Seahawks, who always has a good game against us.
Always.
And we're facing them while they're 1-2, and we're coming off. It could be like one of those Clash of the Titan games where we're both really wanting it. But I just feel nervous with them being 1-2 because it's early in the season, but it kind of has that must-feel win for them.
It is.
Because for them to go 1-3,
it's bad.
And a division loss is going to look bad. So I think they're going to come with everything they got. And I just hope that, we can play. I hope we can stay in the game and not get blown out, because I got that weird feeling that I'm a big fan, man. I'm going to keep it real. I just have that weird feeling this is a bad week to play them. It's just, but with everything we got going on, our corners, our running backs, it's just, ugh.
Oh, don't even mention it. Break, you want to hear something really wild? Every year the Hawks seem to start off a little slow. Last year was an exception to the norm, but every year the Hawks start off, the first few games, they start off a little slow, and then they catch fire. Could this be the catch fire week is what you're talking about and what I'm thinking about?
Well, I do. It kind of makes you wonder, right? I mean, obviously, I'm hoping that it doesn't, but it's just like one of those things where they haven't played good yet, and they're playing against us, and I don't know where our confidence level is right now. You know, I don't know. I mean, it's just I think that Detroit game, we just looked so good, and then all of a sudden we didn't, and it was just like,
I mean, suddenly.
like it was, yeah, just real quick, and then we started losing players. And it just started going down left and right. And it was like, are we doing this again? Yeah, it's just happening again. It was like unbelievable. I mean, I think everybody in the offseason kept saying, let's not talk about the injuries. Let's have some positive vibes. And it happened again, man. And it's just like, come on, man. What is going on? So I'm hoping that this is the week that we just, we snap out of it and we play like we should. It's just a weird time to play the Seahawks, and it's making me nervous, man. And I don't know, man. It's just it's tough week to play, man.
It's offensively, it's all about the execution. Stop failing on the execution. Now with the defense, Blake, here's the scary thing. I have no idea. All right, the secondary is meat. If this, especially against Russell Wilson. If you're going to send a receiver downfield, and they got a third option wide receiver too, that's pretty good. You do this, and Russell's gonna pick you to death, and they got a new style offense too.
Yeah. I mean, DK and you got Tyler Lockett, and who's going to cover them right now?
They've got a third guy though.
Oh, is he not playing?
No, his hip is bad.
Oh,
they'll probably say even if he plays, it's not going to be effective.
Yeah, I heard DK was hurt too, and
his foot.
So I heard they're kind of banged up, but
yes.
But I mean, even a banged up DK and Tyler Lockett against what we have, it's still scary. So like
come on, break
calling in. Yeah, no, right. I'm sorry, man. I'm just mate. This what I'm doing. I'm doing a little bit of Let me talk about negatives so then they can play positive. I'm trying to spin this another way, man. That's what I'm doing.
I can't. You're right, though. We're in a desperate situation back there, and we said break before the season started. If we lose Verrett, we got a problem. So we all lolly. We're not gonna lose Verrett. Yeah. We lost Verrett,
and that happens. The one guy I think we couldn't lose, we lost. And then honestly, I think Mostert might have been the next guy we probably shouldn't have. We probably couldn't afford to lose, and we lost him. I thought you could just plug any running back in this system and we're fine, but obviously we can't. So,
Mostert's special. Jeffrey Wilson Jr. is special too, Break. You lost him.
Yeah, it's exactly.
Michael Hasty.
So, I mean.
He's got it now.
Yeah.
Lose him.
It's crazy. It's friggin' nuts. But like I said, man, I'm going to talk a little bit of crap, hoping that maybe this will spark something. And you know how we're all kind of, have that weird, I don't know what it'd even call it, but everybody says one thing and then the next thing happens. That's kind of what I'm hoping. I'm hoping I'm going to jinx them the other way. You know what I mean? So
you got to really be sincere.
Obviously, I want them to win.
Yeah.
What's that?
You got to be sincere about it. Because the powers to be know when you're faking. Because I'm serious. I am worried about the Hawks this week. I mean, I really am. I don't know.
I'm never not worried about them this much, but it's the week we're playing them and how we are and how they are. It's just a bad time with their 1-2 and us banged up. It's just a perfect storm. But you know what? I'm hoping we do something that no one's probably really expecting. We come out firing like crazy. We shut them down. Bosa gets 2-3 sacks on Russell. And let's go to town on him. Let's just see that happen. You know what I mean?
I want to see Nick do an Aaron Donald imitation.
45-17, the Niners just shocked the world. We just come out and just that's what I'm guessing. Let's just go with that, right?
Like it.
I don't know, man.
I love it, man. I really do.
Yeah.
Hell.
I got no more nails to bite, man. So I bit all my nails last week, so I'm gonna have my hands wrapped in duct tape or something, man. Because I have nothing else to mess with. So
Break,
let's see Sunday, man.
I'll be looking forward to it. Break. And I hope your score is right.
Mark me down.
All right, man.
All right, Ronbo. Right. We'll talk to you later, man.
All right, looking forward. Who is it that asked that question? Who's playing nickel? Boy, ain't that the question. Fam, You know who's playing nickel? It's going to be D'Amico. Oh, D'Amico, you can do it. I don't even know they have them. Oh. Creative Spaces says, we'll be at Levi's Sunday with the Faithful Sunday. My section is close by the end zone. We will be loud, definitely. He says, She-Hags are going down Sunday. Go get the win. Beat the beat She-Hags. beat She-Hags 10-3.2. Creative Spaces, you might do the Stone Cold Steve Austin on me at the end of that. I love it. Creative Spaces, the contribution. Oh, man. Tony, get in there. How about dude, Tony? Tony, get in here, man.
Hey, Ronbo, how you doing?
Terrible, Tony. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I ain't lying, man. Oh man. You remember back in school? You knew you got that big exam coming up days in advance. You couldn't sleep. You couldn't eat. You kept studying. Everything was turning blank. You know that time. And how about that first date you had with this girl that you just can't wait to get to know better? You can't relax. Your mouth locks up. And if you played ball, that minutes before the game opens up, all right, guys, someone hit you on both shoulder hands. Come on, Ronbo, man. What are you ready to play or not? Are you ready to play or not? You know, all that is going through now at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
You're hyped. You're hyped for this game.
God, because Tony, who do you hate losing to in the NFC South the most?
The Aints. I can't stand them, brother.
Nolans and Atlanta have been having this going on for years, right? It used to be us and the Rams until the Hawks all of a sudden came into the picture around 2013, 2012, right? But now, man, boy, and they've owned us. Tony, the Hawks own the 49ers.
Oh, you guys gonna get them. You guys gonna get them.
Oh, man, it's time to get them.
Run that rock, Ronbo. I put it in your chat earlier. If y'all could run the football consistently to set up your pass, do short passes, and then go back to keep running, then you can hit their butt for play action later.
That's a good formula.
And you know what? I would run right at Jamal Anderson. So I run right at him.
Oh, Tony, you brought up the name. He's gotten paid and he's gotten weird because Jamal, he thinks he's going to take Wright's place as a pass rusher when really, I hope Kyle Shanahan's thinking, okay, if Jamal Adams wants to rush the passer, let's let him rush the passer. George, here's what I want you to do. Start. Also, I'd incorporate some more size. Jawan, you ready to make your debut this week? Coach, you know I'm ready. Jawan Jennings. Tony, you know anything about Jawan Jennings before? That dude, I seen him in a press conference. Jawan is goofy. I love him.
Yeah, he's nice. When y'all going to give him some more reps?
I think they should do it this week. I really do. He's a tough guy. And
was he hurt the last couple weeks?
I don't think so. Kyle has a way of during the week, I think he emphasizes certain players to get certain things done. When really, I wish he'd diversify a little further because every week in the game plan, you'll see the same thing. And you'll hear the same thing, too. When you see Jimmy throwing to what appears to be the wrong receiver, I read an article just 2-3 weeks ago where Kyle says, yep, I'm pleased with Jimmy. And he's making all the right decisions out there. I says, really? Because the masses say he's making mostly wrong decisions. Why are you saying that? Because I have a feeling Matty Ice and Kyle had a problem back in the day because of some of the decisions Kyle told Matty that he was going to make. And you work for me. I don't work for you. And if you do as I tell you, you'll be MVP. And sure enough, Matty became the MVP. The Falcons went to the Super Bowl. Kyle does have that to brag about in his resume. Do as I say, do, and you'll be fine. Start deviating from that, and we're going to have a problem. I have a feeling he's one of those kind of coaches because I've heard that kind of coach talk before. You know about that, but what do you think about that?
Yeah, that happened in 2015. We started out 4-0, and then we lost 3 in a row. Then we won. Then we lost like about 5 in a row. We ended up 8-8. And that's
And
when they had the problem the year before we went to the Super Bowl. I heard that they had a sit down, they had dinner, and then over some beers, and they aired it out.
you know you.
And then you know what happened the next year,
Yeah.
record-setting year.
Yeah. You know what's funny, Tony? You guys had 8-8 where you went. I remember you played Cam Newton, who was undefeated that year, and here come the
And we beat 'em.
Falcons. And you were the only team they lost to that year. I remember that was funny because I didn't see it coming.
Yeah. But I think you guys are going to be Russell. You just run the football. Use multiple backs, run it, and then pass, do some play-action passes. And then when you're having some success passing, go back to running and hit them in the mouth some more.
Yeah.
And that's how you get them.
Be physical. Be physical with
Alex
him.
Mackton will love that.
Yeah, man, Alex is one of the things we got to work on. I'm concerned about him. Grant Cohn broke down a film that scared me to death. Mac just may be trying to take care of his health or something early in the season because I've seen him play better than that. But Alex was getting blown by that moose in Green Bay. I don't know if he was trying to take care of his health or was he just overmatched. And then you compound that problem with Brunskill was getting worked all day like a pick handle, right? So, and then I seen Trey Sermon and I says, you know what? I was blaming Trey, but Trey was hung out to dry on those plays. As soon as he looked up, here comes the entire Green Bay left side or right side, whichever one he was going across. And I says, damn, we got to block better than that.
Tell Kyle to run some of those, those swing passes. Man, he ran those beautifully in 2016. When you're having success running the football, running off tackle, throw those little swing passes to the backside of the backfield. That's a safe, high percentage play. It's like a run.
Yep. And you got it. The timing has to be right on that and everything. Hey, Tony, you know what? Those are the kind of plays I'm worried about is early in the season because their timing seems off right now at least 45 to 50% of the time. I keep seeing things that I said didn't develop because, you know what, guys? Jesus Christ. You need to do more reps in practice. When the lights go off, just stay out there. Just don't. You guys look like you don't know each other.
You got to have success
time.
Running the football. Before those swing passes can work, you got to have success running the football to set up those swing passes.
And there's that. And also, let it go. Receivers should be right there. Some of the things that are really fundamental are not taking place right now. I don't know. As I said, it's early in the season. Maybe they're just off right now. It's going to take more than 1 week. Tony, if you're going to predict this game, what do you think the score would be?
Everybody's got this game as a close score. I'm terrible at predictions. I would say San Francisco 24, Seattle 19, 24-20.
That's right. It's probably right around right too. All right, Tony.
And then have your defensive ends, please. And we talked about this before, Ronbo, with running quarterbacks. Tell D Ford them to keep their discipline outside and stay the hell outside.
And close the gap.
Outside. Make him run inside where the help is.
That's right. You circle and drive him into the kill zone. Do not. Oh, Tony.
Exactly.
Oh. I tell you what, Tony. I'm gonna go. I'll see you Sunday if you got some time for us. And good luck to you in this weekend's game.
Yeah, and good luck to you. And I've been talking crap to Larry Hoover in the chat about Chucky Gruden's going to get fired.
They don't know. They'll find out soon.
On him.
Yes, all right,
sir.
Tony. Have a great night.
Have a good weekend.
You too.
I'm going to go.
God, why are Raider fans up in here anyway, man? Why don't y'all take a day off? Hey, Tony, mahalo, Ronbo. Thanks, Tony. Oh, man. And, he is one of the founding members of TNT. He is Trez from Atlanta, GA. Trez.
Hold up, wait a minute, Ronbo's on and put some red and gold up in it.
Boom. Sprinkles. That red and gold falling from the skies above. Trez, here's that game, Trez. That game of shame.
Ronbo, I'm gonna say it like this.
Please.
I'm gonna be to the point with it.
You need to.
We're in trouble. We're in trouble. Did you see that film that Grant Cohn broke down, man, with that line, man?
I did.
I did not.
I was just
I
talking
did not
about
see.
that.
I did not see that. I did not see that in the game, Ronbo. I don't know how I missed that. I really don't. You know, TNT, we be on that kind of thing. I don't know how we missed that. I was talking to Trey about it.
You got to slow down the accent.
Matt looks old. Matt looks slow. Matt looks like he's out of sync with everybody else. Like, it's unbelievable, Ronbo. We thought the line was doing their job, man. This line looking bad shape, bro. Brunskill and Mac don't know what the hell they look like together. But they look horrible.
And Brunskill looked better last year.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
If Brunskill looked better last year, that could be the result of Alex's play? Oh, no. Oh, no.
I don't know what's going on, Ronbo, but I know this got to get fixed, man.
Yeah, because
Aaron Donald got to get fixed.
Aaron Donald's waiting. If we can't do to him what we did last year and the year before, there's going to be a problem.
Ronbo, you remember when I was telling you, I said, hey, and certain people are starting to come around now. When I say, at the end of the day, Kyle Shanahan is at the helm, and he's responsible for anything that goes on out here. Like, the team just looked totally unprepared, man. Like, it's like the preparation is like, I don't know what's going on in practice, but it just seemed like they was not ready to come out and play Green Bay. It looks the same maybe this week too. I know one thing. I know if we come out doing that 3-and-out shit on the first 3 drives, the play calling has been so suspect, Ronbo. So suspect. Man, I'm like, come on, man. Like, what is going on, man? Like, everybody, have you noticed every time Kyle has went up against any of his proteges, he's being out-coached, man. With his own offense. He's being out-coached.
We see it every day,
like this before in my life. Yeah. How do you get out-coached with your own scheme?
By your student.
By your students.
That's Kyle's student. God.
First-year coaches coming in here, outdoing him. I mean, I'm really not understanding it, Ronald. But I know we got to get it together more sooner than later. I can tell you that. Because if we drop this game right here, this is gonna let you know how much trouble we really in.
But Trez, I got to tell you though, and this is not an indictment against D'Amico, but I'm Robert Saleh. I was thinking D'Amico would probably take some of his concepts and maybe put his fingerprints on it or put his signature on there. But now. Trez, holler at me if you. I'm not sure about the wide 9 anymore either. Nick said some things that. Nick said, first, how Nick talks. Well, first I got to come about 15 yards away from the ball. Nick's talking about they got plenty of time to chip him. Okay, Trez, that makes sense.
Right.
If you got the wide 9, right. I got plenty of time to knock Nick on his butt just running by. Right, I don't know that.
Yes. And Nick was right with that. He was 100% right with that. So I mean, you got to change some things, man. You got to make some adjustments. These adjustments are not even coming fast enough, man. Like, really, they're not. Like, what is going on out here? Like, that's why I'm just scratching my head. Like, is this what we look like? Because we look horrible. So I don't know how we're going to fare in this game. All I know is that we're facing a better team than Green Bay with Seattle.
You think
we're
so?
facing a better team. Listen to what I'm saying, Ronbo.
Go ahead.
Even though people can say what they want to say that Seattle is struggling, this is a division game. Seattle always plays
that's
tough.
A good point.
And they're going to come out and play tough. Yeah. They know it's better. And on top of that, they got a better wide receiver core.
Oh.
I don't
they might be missing one, though. That snake with the most venom, he ain't playing. Tyler Lockett's got a bad hip. He can't even fake a bad hip. And DK Metcalf is still out there, though.
But here's the thing, though. What happens when all else fails? Russell takes off. You see what I'm saying? Like, with the defense in shambles like it is, man, I mean, like, when are we really expecting to see something? You know what I'm saying?
No. D'Amico, Oh, God, D'Amico, y'all got to design something different than from what you're doing.
Definitely that. Definitely that. So like I said, I don't know how this is gonna shake, Ronbo. I know Seattle's gonna play a tough.
Oh, they don't want to lose 3 in a row. They do not.
Right, and they and right, and Pete gonna come out with all tricks, gadgets, ready to roll, like he always do.
Probably have some extra chewing gum this week. You know, I tell you, man, this is really worrisome.
Why when we play Seattle, the home field advantage don't seem like home field advantage? Do it feel that way to you when we play at home against them? But when they go to their home, it seems like home field advantage for them, but not in our stadium.
We don't get no. You know what? If the referees did come to San Francisco, how many times and make calls that they know damn well were wrong, and they made that call anyway. Referee had a straight look on his face like he knew what he was doing. I said, you know what? That's a crying shame. They brought the refs from Seattle up in here to call this game. Oh, so we're gonna see. If Bill Vinovich walks out, though, I'm gonna stop watching.
So you already know what's coming.
Yes.
All right, Ronbo, but look, we're gonna keep it short and sweet. But yeah, I just wanted to get in, and I was a little peeved, man, at the game, man, that we dropped that game like that. Look, because Jimmy did his job. Jimmy did his job, man, and a lot of people he's to blame for everything. Yeah. Like, man, come on, y'all need to wake up with that bullshit. And it's all because they want to see Trey. Well, it's all because they want to see Trey. I'm not against the Trey thing either. I'm just saying, don't blame Jimmy
for the loss.
Don't blame Jimmy for your head coaches.
Yeah,
right, for your head coach, fucker. Where's the leadership from Kyle Shanahan? Where's the leadership from your coach? Where's holding your coach responsible for coming out and going 3 and out?
I need your score, though. I'm dying to know what you got for a score.
Oh, man.
You ain't thought about that, have you?
You don't want to know, Ronbo. No, I got it, but I don't even want to see it.
Tony already gave us the opposite of what everybody wants. It could be something that helps. If you got the Hawks winning, give it to us. I'm going to mark it down. I'm going to say, listen, we can thank Trez and Tony for this win today. So go ahead. What do you think?
I got Seattle 35 and the 49ers 21.
You and Tony almost got the same score, exactly.
I didn't hear Tony. I didn't hear Tony
gave us. I think he gave us 20, but I think he gave the Hawks 35, if I'm not mistaken. I think 35-28. Tony had it a little closer. Well, I love it.
Oh, okay.
I need to change my score, too. Everybody needs to get on board with this. Because we go the other way, bad things happen. Tress, I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to look for you Sunday, and because we're going to go and see how many more scores we can get here before this night gets too late. Appreciate you, fam. You know this.
Thanks, man. Shout out to the TNT family, man. Shout out to you, the staff, everybody, man. We love you. Take care, Ronbo.
Thanks, Trez. Love y'all back, too. Talk to you shortly.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. And Key-Rod, head for it. JV not here. Can't blame it on D'Amico. Every cornerback getting hurt. He's a rookie, DC. Thank you. You know what? You're right. We ain't got no boy. We're undermanned. But the thing is, nobody wants to hear it. For honest, y'all be crying your ass off every time you lose a player. Like ain't nobody in the NFL losing players but y'all. Stop whining, stop crying, get in there and do what you can with what you got. Because the bottom line is, that is the NFL. I still don't appreciate it. I want my guys out there. George Kittle. Here's one thing before I go to. We have a pattern. George Kittle goes down. K'Wan Williams goes down every year. Mostert goes down every year. We don't know. You know what scares me? DJ Jones is on that list of players that goes down every year too. We got Jimmy G. I didn't want to say his name. Jimmy G goes down every year. Like that's the magic 5. Oh, gee, don't go down. I don't care what these people say. We need you, man. Oh no! I forgot I'm sorry. I do that when I'm by myself. I don't do that in public. Doctor Papa Dragon, get in here.
Hey, what's up, Rombo?
I was having a moment. I forgot.
I knew you were having a moment. You were having a moment, man. Whoa,
Pop.
woo, Lord,
I got my medication. I just didn't take it yet. I was going to wait till later. But Pop, go ahead,
Lord.
man. Line it
We
up.
need to start call. We need to start calling some people out of retirement. Where's Frank Gore at? Where's Frank Gore at? Was I the only person? Was I the only person at Ronbo Sports hollering for Richard Sherman back in the summertime?
Thank you.
And people were like, oh no, we don't need. Yeah, you do need Richard Sherman.
Yes, you do.
You
He's
do
a
need
return.
Richard Sherman. We do need that. All right, so obviously, oh man,
Bowman,
it's rough.
I know he's
It's
ready. You
rough.
know he's in shape.
It's rough. I was thinking to myself, what would I do to beat the Seahawks? I'm thinking schematically, what would I do? And I'm like, you know what? I would go 5 receivers because they don't have enough cornerbacks to
See?
cover 5
Now you're
receivers.
talking my language.
But guess what? Guess what? You know what Pete Carroll's saying? You know what? We're
What?
going to go 5 receivers because they don't got enough cornerbacks to cover our receivers.
I bet you're right, too, because
difference-
Carroll, he has no boundaries on what he does. You always see things from him that are
No.
really bizarre.
Oh, he don't care.
He's got a safety playing edge.
Oh, he's a raw dog. He don't care. He don't. I would be surprised to see a kicker going off the edge.
And Russell Wilson
obviously,
going out for a pass, you know?
Right. Yeah. I saw. I mean, there's a bunch of problems that we have, but these are all problems that we continue to have. We did have some problems with some bad O-line play, and really, they're just a victim of their own bad personnel choices when it comes down to it. I mean, you've neglected cornerback position for going on 20 years now in the draft. You're not signing nobody. Them damn Rams are signing everybody.
I mean, everybody.
So I
too.
mean, exactly. I do agree with a lot of the callers. I do know there's some frustration with Jimmy G, and it's definitely not all his fault. I put all the blame for this entire scenario on Shanahan. They don't sound like winners. None of them do. This is the only team right now in the league where you got players, and rightfully so, players actually calling out the coaching staff right there in front of the media. That stuff's supposed to be behind closed doors. But you know where they get that from? You get it from Shanahan. That's where they get it from. Shanahan, why didn't you run in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl? Why didn't you run it? I didn't want to do that. Shanahan, why were you passing there? I just wanted to pass there. The players are open. As far as I'm concerned, there were people open. We got to hit those players. We got to catch the ball. Blah blah blah. He never ever says, you know what? This one's on me. I made some bad choices that cost us some games.
Wait.
And I got to do better as a coach. Does he ever say that? In his defense,
he did last week about that 4th and 1. He does feel bad about that. He didn't apologize, but he said if he had to do it all over again, he would have went for that 4th down with 1 and kept on the field a little longer. That could have been a pivotal point in the game. So he did mention that.
Yeah, but that's a rookie head coach mistake. And typically a lot of times rookie head coaches are they're a lot more aggressive. Everybody's got to eat. Everybody's got to eat flat out. And the difference between these two games is going to be the quarterback. Sorry. It's just the way it is. Over the course of his career, Russell has been a dangerous man, and he has always been like a top 7, top 5 quarterback throughout this entire time. And he will win a game. Now, if you put the shoe on the other foot, and if this was the Seahawks and they needed a touchdown to take the lead and they had 3 timeouts on our side of the field, Russell's not listening to Pete Carroll. Russell's listening to Russell. So again, I go back to what I have to say is that you have to win in spite of the coaches. Because again, what I hear is this. I hear, I just run the plays. I just run the plays that are called. I don't hear fire. I don't hear leadership. And it's like they all sound
just
like
you
coach.
said, they can't do things in public. They shouldn't. And Jimmy slid that little comment in there. He's supposed to tell the coach later, Coach, can I make a suggestion? And I think Kyle would listen. I wonder.
I don't. No, he
You know
know
what?
what? No. Kyle will listen, but will he do it? That's what I'm saying. The dude has such an enormous ego that was not built on championships. That's built on the privilege of his life. That's what his ego is built on. Okay, always being in a position, to win. But he ain't had to fight for anything. That's what I'm saying. I mean, fight this dog. Like right now, he's got to fight this game. He's got to make every coaching decision. He's got to make 3 coaching calls in this game to win this game. He's got to do something different. He's got to move players around. Max not getting it done. Brunskill's not getting it done.
Oh.
And it is enormous. It's enormous when you can take a nose tackle. I've never heard of this in the life of me, unless it's like somebody on the caliber of like a Reggie White. You take a player completely out of position for one game because this guy can't block him. This guy's not strong enough to block him. And the whole Mac thing is blowing up in their face.
Listen.
It's blowing up in their face.
Oh.
It's just
No, don't say that. It's gonna get better.
It should get better. It should get better, but what's not going to get better is the defensive backfield. The D backs, that's not getting better. The running backs is not getting
Yes,
better.
it is. We got people coming back off injury, don't we? Somebody's healing up.
Yeah,
we've
not
got
time for this
Norm.
weekend.
Josh Norman, is he playing? I'm not heard if he's not playing yet.
Josh Norman is doubtful.
Oh.
So as it stands right now, when it comes to looking at Vegas, you got to really watch that line all the way up to kickoff, because if Kittle don't play, that's a blocker. That's really our 6th offensive lineman right now.
Doc,
that's what he's done the first 3 weeks.
What score you got for this game?
Mm-hmm. Man, I am not going to get on here and pick against the 49ers, especially against the Seahawks. I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry.
You can do it, Doc. You can
do it.
Do it for the team.
No. I'm going to go 28-28 tie.
I didn't see that one coming.
But
of all things, we got we're 2-1-1. Yuck.
I'm putting my money on the Seahawks, because again, when you get points,
spread
when you get points and you get a Hall of Fame quarterback, the second Hall of Fame quarterback
in a row,
which is again always the Achilles heel of Shanahan is Hall of Fame caliber quarterback, and in a season, head coach. Doc, that's his Achilles heel.
Stop, Doc. We gotta go,
heel.
Papa Dragon. And also, I do want to tell you.
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah. No, 28 tie.
All right, you're gonna keep it at that, okay? But I do remember
28 tie.
One time though, because you say Kyle grew up a privileged child. I do remember him coming to the media one time and saying, when they asked him, "I grew up a poor black child." Became Kyle Shanahan right around the 18. Doc, get out here, man. You're making me act silly. We gotta go.
He acts that way though, man. He acts like his shit don't stink.
God, it's cool. He's hip hop. Come on now. Name his child after Lil Wayne.
Listen,
I'm gonna tell you what.
I got one thing to say. To porn star Jimmy. Jimmy, you're loaded. You're good looking. You don't got to listen to Kyle. The worst he can do is bench you.
Pop.
The next time you need to run the clock, run the clock. You want to set the ball fast, set the ball fast. Come on, Jimmy. You got to do this yourself.
Pop, we are gone.
That's it.
Good stuff. You're right. I agree. All right. Night, fam.
All right.
Oh, man. Why is my homeboy here? His team is already losing every Sunday, and he's out running. How do you lose your smack-talking license after you get your butt whooped, especially when you're below 500 and you just lost to a division team? Patrick, my homeboy, thank you for the contribution. I ain't reading that, man. Come on, man. You ain't got nothing to talk about. And Keyron says, no crying, just facts. Wait, I always keep a box of tissues here. I use the flag because this is it's way too much. Ellis,
Ronbo.
Ellis, are you free?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's come on in here, man, because this is that famous song. Well, it's crying time again. We're in trouble. We got the Seahawks coming up on Sunday, and it don't look right. Ellis, paint me a picture, man, because everybody else is figuring out this game and what we need to do and what we got to avoid. So your time is here, Ellis. Tell us about it and give us that score.
Shit, man. This could be. I just feel like this game, we got to set the tone early. If we can come out effective from the giddy up, and like I said, punch in the mouth, be the first one. We got to bomb first. You know what I mean? As Pac would say, we got to bomb first. We got to hit. We got to hit them first. We need to get in the end zone. We need to set the tone, and we need to come out. And if we can limit ourselves to only having one punt this game, we win. That's just what I'm gonna say. If the rest of our offensive possessions can be at least 3 points or 7 or more, you know what I'm saying, which would only be 8 points, and we'd be going for 2, but we'd only do that if we were behind. I'm just saying, as long as we can put some damn points on the board and keep this, keep the momentum going, and our defense can at least, I know DK and Lockett are probably going to be, dancing around. I'm sure Lockett's going to be doing the little sneaky little stuff that he does all the time.
Ellis, you've heard? Lockett ain't going to be dancing on that hip. It's hurting. He may not even play.
Okay.
They could be lying about it, but it sounds serious.
Yeah, they're probably trying to play chicken like we are with George. Well, we're not playing chicken necessarily with George, but they could be returning the favor of being petty. That is cheat Carroll over there.
I know, right?
But if that's the case, then good for us. I mean, they got DK over there, and they got that Swain kid. I don't think Dwayne Eskridge is even healthy yet, so he may not be playing.
Wait, who is that? Oh, is that the quarterback? Backup?
Dwayne Eskridge is no, he's a wide receiver. That they got, one of the fast speed merchants that, because they, like the Rams got Tutu, they got Eskridge, and then the Cardinals got Rondell.
He's hurt.
Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, good. Then we don't have to worry about him.
I was watching the Viking game the other day, and yeah, he's not available.
Yeah, he gets busy. So at least we only have to worry about, trying to deal with DK. I wish we would bring Jimmy into play some. Well, since Lockett's not going to be there, somebody will be playing slot. But maybe we can save that for the Cardinals. If we're still having some issues with the corner, I would like to see Jimmy, play a little bit of corner, man. If nothing less, just a slot, and we can maybe have Tanaloa and our boy Jaquaski, playing the safety, just to kind of throw teams off a little bit, because it puts a lot of strain when we're having to worry about what Dante Johnson's going to do. Is it going to be a pick or is it a big play or a touchdown? Which one are you going to give us?
It's one of the three.
You know what I mean? We don't have a 3-sided coin, but it's going to be one of those 3. I'm tired of that, and Kyle, with confidence at the damn conference, he talks about Dante like, we're gonna have Dante. We're gonna have Dante playing wherever, because he can. Kyle, shut the hell up.
And Kyle should stop mentioning Dante in that context. Just don't mention Dante, Kyle. Don't do that, man. He scares the bejesus out of us.
But yeah, I just want us to be able to come out firing. The offense has to be successful this game. We can't do the things we've done the last, 3 games cannot happen in the first half. Well, the first game we played well, but we let them come back at the end. But the last 2 games, for sure, we cannot perform that way against the Seagulls, even though they're down some guys and they're maybe not looking as good defensively.
But shit, neither was Green Bay, and they came out.
I
and,
know, right?
Because of lack of execution, they played the best damn ball that they played, in their first 3 games of the season after looking terrible, the last 2 against us. We were supposed to take full advantage of them.
And Ellis, I've never seen
still
a defensive
disappointed
line.
in it.
I've never seen a defensive line look as good as it did that night. I mean, who is that guy? What's his name? Smith?
Even with Zadarius.
Damn.
Yeah. Well,
Who
they
is
had
that?
they had Zadarius, and then the other one. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. It's like at the tip of my tongue. But yeah, it's the other Smith. And but we didn't play well. So we have to play well on both sides of the ball. Mostly for me offensively because we got Russ on the other end, and he's going to try to do his damn thing. He's a little magician out there, and even if he has lost a step slightly, and he's getting a little bit older, he's still got an arm, and he can throw damn near that whole field.
No, he can.
So so I'm just saying, we got to play ball with these guys, and I'm glad we got Nicky. I'm glad Nick is healthy. I swear to God, if anything was to happen to Nick, I'd throw my hands up. I'd be done. You know what I mean? So if we could just keep it, I'm thankful. He's the only one I've ever seen that we've probably ever seen come off an ACL injury just last year and play this damn well. And he's not even at full strength. I'm sure not yet. You know what I mean? There's no way.
He's all in his feelings about getting them chips. I hope he gets Nick's got to talk to his brother about them chips. Dropping the elbow in somebody's head or something when they're coming by. I want him to don't lose your spirit behind the chips. They're going to do that. And I'll just did you hear what he said?
I saw him get hit on one of them. Yeah, I saw him get hit on one, and I was like, damn, that looked like it hurt. Because, it's that blind side. He was getting hit on the blind side a lot of the times, too.
And they hit him all in the
He got lit up one good
they
time.
don't hit the pads.
Yeah.
Ellis, give us a score because we're out of time. What do you got for this game?
Give me. Let's do 27-17. 27-17. Or 28-17. Excuse me.
All right.
Yeah. Give me one more point on there. Yeah, 28-17.
49ers bust out this week. Stop fooling around. All right.
Yeah, let's see Jimmy Garoppolo with 300 passing yards. Damn it! All right, throw that in there. Give me 2 touchdowns, Jimmy, and give me 300 yards, Jimmy. Okay, and no picks. Okay, that's all and we know you're gonna do the damn thing. We know you're gonna come out right. Let's get it going, and hopefully we got Trent Sherfield to get some more play. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to have no issues. Like we did in past with receivers that we didn't really allow to get the opportunities that they deserve.
To do what they can do.
Peace and love, Brother Ronbo. Make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe, man. And we'll be back on Sunday. Y'all stay safe, stay blessed. Thank you, Brother Ronbo.
All right.
Let's get Ronbo up, man, to over 200 likes right now. I don't know what it's looking like, but if everybody can hit that like button for Brother Ronbo, man, y'all got love for me, man. Peace out.
Thanks, Ellis. Appreciate you, fam. Have a great night.
Respect, family. Yes, sir. You too, champ.
Thank you, Ellis. There's my homeboy. Y'all do something with my homeboy. Boy, just annoying. I don't know how he ain't got no license to be annoying. He's a Kansas City Chiefs fan. How bad do they look right now? Hey, Bryant.
Hey.
Of the famous Bryant family. Yes, what's going on, fam?
Hey, Ronbo, how are you tonight?
Oh, I've seen better days. I don't like playing the Hawks at any rate. everybody looks forward to it every year. I hate playing that team because things happen with that team.
I don't like playing them either.
Yeah, it just really makes no sense. 90% of the time, the game had nothing to do with the play on the field. It had more to do with things that referees and other BS that takes place. And I was like, you know what? I wish the refs could stay out of the game one time. Just let them play.
It always comes down to like one call or
Always.
something, and it always seems to be something in favor of Seattle. It went back to like when Sean Alexander was on the team, when Matt Hasselbeck was back there. Trent Dilfer was their quarterback. It was every time we play them, they seem to get that one call, and then they win by a field goal. Yeah, exactly.
And can you? And here's the thing: don't you remember a majority of those calls? And that call in 2019, with a play taking a place on real estate way up in the next county, the 49ers had already stopped the Hawks, and the ref called that play something downfield illegal block. I said, ref, you can barely see those two. Well, First down, 15.
Yeah.
Oh, see, that's.
It really seems weird. It really does seem weird. You know, and I know people, you know, we don't want to say it, you know, but the NFL is rigged. And for them, you know, for some of those games, those Seahawks games that come down to one call, and it always seems to like it either eliminates us from the playoffs or it, you know, helps them get into the playoffs by beating us. It just seems to be very convenient for them at certain times. And I just like, you know, okay, remember when they had the catch game against the Green Bay Packers, the ref game, and then the refs came back after that? Well, you know, they had a controversial call right there too, and then they got, you know, then the refs came back the following week. And it's always something weird with
They do it to
them. And
everybody.
then for the longest time, you know, it hasn't been proven. There has been some, you know, people that have got in trouble, but the Seahawks somehow juiced, man. They take a bunch of steroids.
I know. Remember that year? I remember that.
Yeah. Everybody, we don't seem to match their intensity, and that doesn't seem to be like, I don't know. It just seems like they got some kind of substance problem that's you know, enhancing what they're doing. But no, if we can win this week.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm listening. Paint that picture.
I'll be real quick. If we can win this week and possibly win next weekend, and then go into the bye 4-1, we're really doing really well.
Oh.
And honestly, you know, like the Packers game, I know I called in a couple times. The Packers game, you know, we did battle back. We almost won the game. And if we were sitting here at 3-1, we'd probably still be complaining about Jimmy G. But we'd be 3-0, you know. And I mean, like, yeah. You know, it doesn't matter. But, you know, if we can actually beat the Seahawks this weekend and, you know, somehow go in and beat the Cardinals and then go in to bye, we're doing good. But they have to sprinkle in, I think, Trey a little bit. And, you know, but that's my opinion. Real quick, I'll let you my score.
Give me that
I'll give you my score and I'll jump off.
Right.
So the score, I think that we're gonna at least make 30, and because we didn't make 30 last week, so I think they're at least push for 30. And I think the Seahawks will at least score 24. It's going to come down to, like, at the end of the game. They got the ball at the end of the game. It's going to be a clincher again.
Of course.
Yeah.
And you know what? And
all right, Ronbo.
As you mentioned, if we win these games, I've gotten almost used to Jimmy G getting talked about whether we win or lose. So, you know what? Win, and then just, talk about Jimmy. If we win, that's fine. That's all that matters to me at this point. I do not want to. Did somebody accuse Jimmy G of being black?
Oh, man, I don't know.
The chat has lost it. Oh, God. Okay. Anyway, Brian, give my best to all the fam. Lily! You guys have a great night, too.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, and then my last thing is Robbie G, man, whatever we have to do on special teams, you know, we need to do something to spark the team. And, you know, because special teams needs to make a difference. They need to make a noise. They have to be part of the game. We can't just have a defense and an offensive game. So, all right, go Niners, everybody. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right, Brian. Have a great night. Nice stuff. God, our chat has got, you guys, what's it? Oh, my God, that's comedy. Tony!
Ronbo!
Yeah. Tony, have you been to our chat? Have you decided that it was too much insanity? There's a guy there trying to convince everybody that Jimmy G is Italian. He's not black. The world is. Hey, you know what, Tony? Like I always said, my dad was saying this as was a kid. You know, you got to be damn near crazy to even exist in this world. And I remember he used to always ask, because he never called us his kids, right? He talked to my mom. Look at your kids. Not near one of them got good sense. You know, my dad was a clown, but you know what, Tony? You do need to be a little crazy to live in this world.
That's a dad's job, Ronbo. That's what I say to my wife about my kids. Look at your kids.
Every dad does that, doesn't he? I think my dad was serious, though. Hey, but Tony, look at this game, and of what we know about the Hawks, what are you predicting in this game? And what do the 49ers need to do to avoid a loss in this game? And what do you want to see more of and all that fun stuff?
Well, you know, what we all want to see a lot more of. But I said to you last week when we spoke, if we come out and play like we did against Green Bay, we're going to lose this game.
Yeah.
But
can't start slow.
I think the smart thing that I know it's not the Seahawks, but what's his name? Aaron Rodgers was doing was throwing the ball up in the air throwing a bit of a long ball and hoping for a penalty, and he was getting it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
He was. You're right. Rodgers is always in the ref's face after just about every other play. I've gotten used to it. I didn't pay any attention to it. You're right, though. You're right.
So Rusty might do the same thing. But one thing's for sure, this is a must-win game because who are we playing next after this one?
As far as I'm concerned, it gets worse. The Cardinals.
Exactly. It does get worse because they're on fire. And if we lose this game and we lose the Cardinal game, you may as well call it a rebuilding season. But the secondary is going to be, they're going to try and exploit us in the secondary with Metcalf
and they
whoever else they got there. Yeah, they will. But Shanahan needs to, what I would like is for Shanahan to loosen up and let Jimmy do what he did when he first came to the team. Yeah, because Shanahan has got a pig-headed side to him, and whatever he says goes. I watched a football live with Bill Belichick, and you always seen Bill Belichick and Brady sitting there together looking over all the plays. And if Brady said to Bill, what about we do this? We get this guy from this side of the field and this guy from this side. We run them across the field and run the other guy straight up the middle. Bill Belichick wouldn't say, "Shut up, I'm the coach. You listen to me. I'm the one that does all the plays here." He'd say, he'd actually, if you watch that, he'd write it down and say, "You know what, Tom? That's a great idea. We're going to add that one in."
Tony, but you know
Do you
what?
reckon Shanahan's like that?
I agree that I wish that would happen, but Belichick was a defensive ace. As far as he was concerned, whatever Tom was talking about, especially after 10 years or whatever, now he needs to listen. He's got better sense than that. Jimmy's been in the league, actually he's put in, two and a half years as a professional, as being on the field. So Kyle thinks he still needs to tell him what to do. When really, Jimmy's a very competitive guy. Instinctively, I think he may have some things he might want to add, but he knows better than to do that. And what people don't know, when Trey gets on the field, there's going to be a large awakening coming up. Trey's going to also be on a leash. You're just a rookie. Do as I say do. And that's one of the reasons why he's not getting more play action than he is now, because Kyle cannot direct him. His comprehension for what's going on out there in the NFL as well as the college ball is two different animals. And so he's got to bring him along slowly. We'll find out more about that later. I think I'm right on that. But Tony, give me some more.
There's nothing wrong with working as a team, including the coaches. You know what I mean? We're all human beings. Like when you say dads, my dad used to say, you bang two heads together, you come up with a better idea. If you're stubborn and pig-headed and you think your way is right all the time, that's when you're going to get beat.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If you all sit together and say, well, what are we doing wrong here? Let's seriously have a good look at ourselves. What the hell is going on? Plus, at the beginning, they never had no playbook on Shanahan, right? Now they've been playing him year after year after year. That's helping the other teams a lot as well. You've got to throw that one in. And he doesn't seem to want to change. And I think 2019, maybe I'm wrong, but I think he had a lot more movement in the line and a lot more players moving. Like he had three receivers running. I think there was a lot more confusion than what he's got going for him now. And that confusion was a big part of his winning formula.
I agree.
Confusing the other teams.
Exactly, Tony. And the best example of that game was the one against the Saints, where we saw plays we'd never imagined. And I said, wow, look at this. I mean, that play where Juice came back and lateraled the ball back, and then you see that one Emmanuel Sanders throwing that ball deep downfield to hit Mostert. What? Who? I don't know these people anymore. What was that? And it worked. I'll say, you know what? Maybe early in the season, maybe Shannon doesn't feel confident having guys run this yet. We still have a couple of kids on the team. When you look at Ayuk and Debo, they're in their early stages. Debo, I think, is ready for anything, but Ayuk probably still has a little bit of his learning curve. He's still got to climb. I hope so. We'll see.
Look, I hope we win, but like I said, this is without a doubt a must-win game because if we lose the next two,
oh God,
in my opinion, is the season's over.
Yeah, Jimmy's out of here and Trey takes over.
Not,
Tony,
because the beautiful part about life is being wrong, and I hope I'm wrong. You know what I mean?
Tony, I hope so too. Tony, give me your score on this game. Did you give me what score you got?
I'm going to make it a close one, 17-10.
It's probably true too. All right, Tony, great stuff. Look forward to talking to you. If you get some time for us Sunday, get on in here. I'll be looking for you.
All right, brother.
All right.
Thank you very much. Shout out to all the truck drivers again, and see you later.
All right. The Truck Driver Alliance. I tell you what, we got some great truck drivers getting in here. Hey, Erica.
What's up, Ronbo?
On the road again. Just can't wait to get on the road again. I gotta get that song ready for B-Ham, Tony, Big Will, Jay. Who else we got driving trucks? Eric, I'm sorry. Eric, you drive a truck too, don't you?
I wish I did.
Eric, man, we're sitting here trying to figure out what we're anticipating, expecting. Of course, we're going to be wrong, but it's fun to try to do that. All right. Let me speak to somebody about the PHOUQYU. Listen, be careful. Don't cross the line. There's no racism allowed in this chat, okay? Easy. Back off. You were kind of funny a minute ago, but you're getting a little carried away. Okay. Eric, go ahead, man.
All right. Well, first thing first, is Kittle playing? I'm pretty sure he's more likely to play, right?
I know that. That's everybody's first question. Is George playing? Please make sure George is playing. I don't know. He says if he feels like
he's on the questionable list, right? He's on the questionable list.
He has a calf, something's going on with his calf. Yeah.
But he's on the questionable list, so doesn't that mean he's going to play more likely to play?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah.
So I'm assuming George is going to play. And I'm assuming I'm assuming
you and I both.
Elijah Mitchell's going to play.
It'll make us feel better.
Yeah.
I know I do.
Yeah. I know Tyler Lockett is actually in the questionable list too. I just looked that up. So he's more likely to play. Hopefully he doesn't, but
I thought his hip was hurting.
Yeah.
Okay, Niners, hit that hip. Hit him on the hip. Every time he comes out the line, just hit. I don't care if the flag. Hit that hip. Because if he plays, we're in deep trouble. Deep trouble, Eric. I'm talking serious trouble. Game. Oh, he's rough even when we're full strength.
Yeah. Hopefully Seattle doesn't include him in the offense because of the injury, but most likely since we don't have Kwan Williams, and they probably will. But I believe their tight end, he went on injured reserve. Gerald Everett, the one they got from the Rams.
Oh, they picked up Everett. Well, Hollister's just as bad. I don't even know why they picked up Everett. Hollister's a beast. Everett's good. He's Pro Bowl. Everett's a Pro Bowler, right? But Hollister, God, he makes plays if they still have him.
I actually don't know if they still have him, but it's assuming that both teams have what they need. I actually think it's going to be a really high-scoring game.
Because nobody's going to play any defense.
It's going to be a shootout. Yeah, I don't think that we're going to be playing defense much often. I think my score I got 38-34 actually.
Eric, you know what?
Yeah.
You put out something really good because I watched that game 3 times so far with the Vikings versus the Hawks. There was no defense played. You're right, because the Hawks could not play any defense, and I'm not sure what the Vikings were doing. They're better defensively than what they should, but they did stop the Hawks from scoring. The Hawks ended up with nothing but 17 points, and the Vikings doubled their score. But the Hawks came out and they had a double 2-digit lead. You know, maybe we should relax.
Yeah, no, but I mean, again, the reason I think it's going to be high scoring is because, again, both defenses are kind of
beat up,
kind of shot right now. You know, yeah, we're both kind of beat up right now. So I think it's going to be a high scoring game. But I think the key to the game is which team can keep the time of possession. I think that's going to be a really big deal. Last week against the Packers, it was a really big deal. I believe the Packers, I think in the first 2 quarters, I believe it was, or I don't know when, but there was a screen that said that the Packers had it for 18 minutes and we had it for 9 minutes. They doubled our time on the field, and then I believe in the third quarter it switched. So we had the ball the entire half. The entire quarter. So I think this game, you got to keep the ball time of possession. You got to keep it on your side. Make sure that you're holding the ball and make sure you don't give the ball to Russell Wilson, because again, it's going to be a high-scoring game. I believe both defenses are not going to be able to do much. Both offenses are really good. I think another thing that has to be done to win the game is, and so weird I'm going to say this, but you're going to have to make the plays on defense that are going to give you the edge. So
yeah,
I don't think there's going to be much defense, but which team can at least give you a stop so that you can get the lead instead of them.
You're right, because a turnover is going to make a difference. Any amount of turnovers is going to make a difference. If the other team doesn't get any, you're liable to win.
And I think it's better that they chase us the entire game than we chase them, and that's that's the way I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that's the way I'm thinking about it. You gotta. The defense is going to have to make plays, and I think our defense is better. Throughout the first 3 weeks, we played decent football. I mean, when we stopped the Packers from getting into the end zone, I believe it was on 4 downs, right? Or was it 3?
Can't remember, but I know what sequence you're talking about. But yeah, for some reason the defense all of a sudden muscled up and gave the Pack a hard time in that second half on more than one occasion too. So you're right.
Yeah, and then in the Eagles game we did the same thing.
Yeah.
Obviously in the Lions game we were doing good, and all of a sudden they said we left. They left the building. But the Eagles had like 3 points throughout 3 quarters, or the 4 quarters, most of 4 quarters. Our offense is really, really good. At times it can be, and our defense is really hurt right now. So I just think it's going to be a really high-scoring game. I got 38-34, and I got the Niners winning. I don't think they're going to lose, especially when we're at home. So hopefully the crowd is really loud.
Oh, they are going to be. We're going to be basket cases all over the place. So, because you know what 38-34 score means, the entire game. Oh no, guys! Somebody couldn't hold on that play, ref. What kind of call was that? What are you doing? Who is it? It's Vinovich in disguise. Those are the things that we got to be worried about. Going back and forth the whole game. It's like I hate games whoever has the ball last. And like with the Green Bay Packers game, had we had the ball last, and you saw what happened, we pulled off by a measly 1, but we had to give the ball back to the Packers. And of course, they went ahead and beat our butt. I hate those kind of games. Somebody's got to play defense. I hope it's us.
The last thing you want to do is give Russell Wilson the ball in the last couple minutes. And I think we know how that's going to go.
Yeah.
So hopefully they adjust that and they make sure that doesn't happen.
Right.
But I still got us winning, though.
We're going to find out. Yeah, I like that, Eric. We got to believe. All right, Eric. I'll see you. See you game day.
All right, Ronbo.
Night, fam.
All right, Ronbo. I'll catch you later.
All right. I like this from Melissa Noel, because we probably need to calm down. Melissa, I see you. Melissa says, if it was the Cardinals or Rams, I'd be more worried. Do we need to calm this down? Are we overrating the Hawks? Who is this? Man, don't be pimping up in here in the chat, man. Come on. What's wrong with you? I don't read my homeboys. Yeah. Thank you, Patrick. All right. Hey, Casey.
Hey, Ronbo, man, I only had a 5-minute wait tonight.
Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad to hear you're delighted.
Yeah. I love it, man. I hear those 2 words, mute off, and I just get warm inside, Ronbo.
Oh, God. Okay, see, you missed all the crying. You came in just in time because we've been holding a group hug situation tonight because we're concerned about, you don't want to lose to the Hawks. Yeah. It's okay to lose to some teams, but you don't want to lose to the Hawks, right? So we're thinking, here come the Hawks. They don't want to go 1-3. Russell Wilson probably rather shoot himself than go 1-3.
Who are the Hawks? You mean the Toots?
That's the guys. Yeah. The ones that drink, the city that drinks coffee all day and doesn't sleep, they're up all night, and people wonder why they're up all night, you know? So, you know, here
the
we
team
go.
that doesn't even know they were in the AFC West once upon a time.
Yeah, I know, right? and the Raiders used to beat up on them on a weekly basis.
Fans are listening to me right now going, these Hawks fans are going, what?
Yeah, I know, right?
The AFC
all them
West.
bandwagon fans, they don't know nothing about the Hawks. I asked, anybody of you guys got a Steve Largent throwback jersey? Who? Yeah, that's what I thought. Get up out of here, you fake fan.
Yeah, they don't even have a Sean Alexander jersey, Ronbo.
I know, you know. Did you know that Jerry Rice once tried to play for you guys? God, you know.
Oh, man. Oh.
Anyway.
Don't remind me. Wasn't he a Brown at one point, too? Or
Jerry just didn't feel like quitting. You know, he's a Raider, too. Every place you wouldn't want.
I think he tried to be a Brown at the end.
I got to look back on that. But, you know, here's the thing. Jerry did not want to quit. You know, Jerry could play now if somebody let him. I love playing.
Yeah. No, and, you know, I love seeing Jerry out there in pregame, in the suit, going deep and stuff.
You
know.
And he doesn't even unbutton the jacket as he's running down the field. Jerry, stop!
Jerry's going to be doing that till he can't. You know what I mean? He's the next Bay Area Willie Mays, man.
You know? Probably wears, he got that suit running up those hills, too. Hey, where is Mays? No, did Mays pass away?
I believe so.
That's right, huh? The Say Hey Kid. Casey, anyway, before we get too nostalgic here, give us an idea as to what you're expecting this weekend and why.
Well, shout out to the 49ers cutback today. They ran a simulation on their YouTube channel. And I saw the first half, and the Niners were just taking it to them. So I think it's going to be a little lopsided. I think the Niners are going to be a little angry about last week and take it out on the Hawks. And
yes! I like this talk.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 34-9.
Oh, the defense comes to play,
score.
And the offense says,
man.
"Y'all gonna respect us, and you're gonna respect us today." 34 points. Like that. Defense says they ain't getting nothing up in here.
I think anything less than a slaughtering, I'll be a little bit disappointed. I'd like to see the Niners come out.
I know,
and really take it to a team.
2 cliffhangers in a row, Casey. But you know, we don't need that. You know, can we just win?
Yeah, if they want to get into the playoffs, man, they got to start taking it to teams and building momentum and stuff. So, but what's the news on George? Is George going or?
George is clowning. I think he's fine. George was having fun with the media today. And I got a feeling he's in a good mood. Knows he's going to play. He's got a sore calf. If that calf is not. If the muscles aren't strained or pulled or anything, he said somebody stepped on his leg. I don't know if it's like, you know, Aaron Rodgers got his leg stepped on by, what's his name? From the big guy that plays in the middle. Anyway, stepped on his leg in that playoff game. Huh? No. The big guy that played with the Tampa Bay Bucks in their championship. Last year. Hey, Ndamukong Suh. You know, now Ndamukong Suh actually represented a criminal element in football. You know, if you're that big and you step on a man's calf, you know you could break his leg if you're Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so you know, and he didn't ever apologize. So I don't know if George somebody stepped on his calf. He sounded like somebody did. If they did it on purpose. You don't step on a man's leg by accident unless it's like you're getting up off of a pile, right? So, you know, this is going to be interesting to see. So
I'd like to see Bosa feast too. I'd like to see Bosa get 3 or 4 sacks.
God, I don't know if I can. I'd be overjoyed to the point. I don't know if I can handle that much joy in one game, Casey.
Yeah, man. I think it's time the Niners get a fun Sunday going here.
If he treats Russ like Aaron Donald does, because you know Aaron Donald loves to whip Joe. I mean, he whips him all through the air. And
I just feel like it's a matter of time, you know.
I know.
Remember that Monday night game Alden had where he had 5.5 sacks or whatever? So one of these days, both is just going to go off, man. Like that Panther game 2 years ago.
Yeah. They're going to test him for drugs. They'll test him for drugs after the game if he does go off like that. And got Russ like stretched out all over the floor. Yeah, Nick looks a little feisty tonight. Let's call him in and see if he's pumping just blood. Okay, we found the PD. Nick, that's good game, but you're suspended for 3 weeks at least. This is your first offense, right? I do hope he does that, though. I like what you're thinking, though. God, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, man.
34-9.
It's time that the Seahawks get back to their regularly scheduled programming. And
let's get. If they beat the Hawks like that, there'll be a level of confidence that they need to play against the Cards. Case, I love your score. I love the rhetoric. I mean, I'm gonna echo that stuff Sunday. Casey said, "Forget about it. We're beating the brakes off this team. Stop whining and worrying about this team. And if you want to worry about something, worry about next week. This game is straight money." Casey, I'm glad we had this conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, me too, man. A little bit kinder than last night.
Let me see. I know, right? I'll see you Sunday, Casey. All right.
Right on, Ronbo. Have a good night, man.
You too. Thanks, fam. Boy, I tell you, man, y'all, I told you, don't be pimping up in my chat, man. Who's that? Oh, man. Fam, I tell you what I'm going to do. You gotta relax here. Go hit the heavy bag for an hour or two. Work up a nice foam. And I'll be all right. I know you're going to be all right. And I'll see you Sunday. I'll be in your face at your place. Fam, thanks for the contributions. Thanks. Always appreciated. Always appreciated. And the likes, I could use a few more likes. Come on now. And my homeboy, you owe me several likes. Boy, you ain't no good. And you Raider fans, you get to park in here for all this free entertainment you get from not me, but the chat that you like to mess with all the time. You definitely need to give me a like. Well, y'all ain't no good. I don't know why you in here. Fam, my Niner brothers and sisters, I will see you Sunday. We going to win this game, and you know this. Niners! Feels I love doing that.